my lines, check the spreads. When the distance, now we're dropping these locks. Just the boys in the will to cash big. So many times, it happens too fast. You trade your bankroll for glory. Don't lose your grip on the almanac pass. You must bet just to keep it alive. So the pick is in it, it's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor starts his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. Face to face, out on the air, hanging tough, staying sharp. They stack the odds, still we take to the square for the win with the skill to survive. The pick is in, it's the thrill of a line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. The pick is in. Rising up, straight to the top, had the guts, got the units. When the distance, no, we're not gonna stop. Just the boys and the will to survive. It's pick is in, pick is in, pick is in, pick is in. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the fix might be in, but we're calling it right. Heywoods, almanac, Jonah, Snoopy, the fight is the fix in. Is it all predetermined? Back to the future, future's looking certain. Tune in weekly for the picks and the laugh. Sports betting expert dropping knowledge on the path. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Pick is in, pick is in, pick is in.
Yo, yo, yo.
Let's give ourselves a round of applause. What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the Pick Is In podcast. What up, Snoop? All the great people out there. You know what time it is. It's Pick Is In. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's rough. What up, Snoop?
What up, dude? Why is it fucking shit?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's gone.
What's up, Snoop? How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing fair to middling. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on, lots of news in the sports world. And man, it's just man, this week went by so fast. Feels like we just recorded last night.
It does. But yeah, loaded show. Appreciate everybody at home checking us out every Thursday night. Appreciate all you great people out there. Keep supporting the Pick Is In. It means a lot to us. Before we dive into things, cheers to the great people. Cheers to Snoop Von Poop. And football is back, baby. It's training camp.
Ball's back. Yeah, my monster is gone.
So what's up, baby? Who'd you have on your show Tuesday? Here's the thing.
Oh, I had the Philosopher King.
Oh.
This guy, Jonas Stormrider, he used to host a podcast called The Pick Is In back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty interesting fellow.
The Storm Rider?
The Stormrider himself.
That's right. How'd you enjoy the show, man? How'd you enjoy the talk with him?
Dude, it was a blast, man. I hadn't talked to him in a while. He's been away trying to be Gordon Gecko or the Geico Gecko. I don't know what he's doing. But, yeah, man, it was just great to catch up. And, we talked about an interesting topic, Everybody go check it out. It's up on the Snoop Von Poop X page. It's on YouTube. It's on Rumble. It's everywhere. Check it out.
Good to see Jonah back on our show somewhere. He's been busy as heck with his new career.
Yeah, right. But what's going on with you, brother?
A whole lot, man. Just spent a couple days out in Arizona Cardinal training camp. That was always a blast. Do it every year. Ready to rock and roll. And man, football's back, baby. Football's back.
That's right.
Let's
That's
go.
right. And you know what? What hasn't left? The phone booth podcast.substack.com.
That's right. Catch all your podcasts there, including Snoop's Here's the Thing podcast. Drops every, Tuesday night at 6 p.m. EST on X, Rumble, all the platforms, all the great guys over at Phone Booth as well. And then we got the Philosopher King. Excuse me.
Oh, my Lord.
That's why you should do this. Why I told you. Should pay the bill.
Philosopher King. Well, you should learn how to speak. I mean, you host
that
a
too.
dang podcast. Learn how to talk.
That's right. That's right. All right. But yeah, phone booth podcast.substack.com. Then go check out our merch over there. We got all the threads for the shirt. Support the show. All the colors, $20. Get you a nice, comfortable shirt. Support the show. And Snoop's got one. He says it's very comfortable. So
it is.
Support the show. Support the show. Those shirts do look good. And then check us out over on YouTube at The Pick Is In Podcast. And then Snoop's got his YouTube page as well. Go check him out. As they say, paying the bills is what this segment's all about. So Rumble at The Pick Is In. Go check all of our platforms. Give us a follow, a sub. And then my boy Von Poop over on Rumble. And then go check him out over on X as well. Drop him a follow. And then y'all know me, where you can find me. I'm Heywood, and I'm the Almanac. Go follow me over on X.
That's right. We everywhere, baby. Dude, shout out to Carter Kong in the house. What up, fellas? Have a great show. What up, Nico? Need the copper tea. That's right, baby. Get one. They're only 20. Shoot, you wear a nice suit. I know you can afford a $20 t-shirt.
Appreciate the comments, Christian. Love you. Nico, much respect for you and the boys over there. Appreciate you. Thank you for dropping on in. Appreciate all the love and support that we have over here. Well, we have a bunch of NFL news, but we have a little bit of NBA news that we need to dive into. So we're going to jump on that. Should I start off with the news and then we can go into it?
Yeah, let's kick it off with the King.
Let's do it. Got it pulled up here. Let's go ahead.
I got it too. Go ahead.
Oh, what do you got here, Snoop?
LeBron James signs with the Philadelphia 76ers.
This is a real picture? Allegedly?
Allegedly. Where's my sound effect?
Allegedly.
Jim Rome. That's a funny ass picture, but
yeah, we got it.
We've been talking about it for weeks, Snoop. It finally happened. So, league vet minimum, 2 years, $8 million. Doesn't surprise me. I've been saying that on and off. But with the Sixers, Snoop, the drama is over with, brother. We're number 23, and they are now the favorites over on draft on sportsbooks for the NBA championship. So, LeBron James, what's your immediate thoughts, brother?
Kind of surprised. A little bit surprised for the fact that he turned down a lot of money from other teams. I think I saw the Clippers offered him over 20 a season.
I think the Clippers? Really?
Yeah, the Clippers offered him like 20 something over 1 year. It was just a 1 year deal, which would have kept him from having to move and whatnot. And I guess the Knicks said no to him. He was maybe going to go to the Knicks. There was a lot of talk about the Warriors. I don't know what happened. But I pulled up this here. A month ago, LeBron James and Joel Embiid met privately in Los Angeles for nearly 2 hours. LeBron asked Embiid directly about his health heading into the offseason and whether this would be another injury-plagued year. Embiid told him it was the first summer of his career without any surgeries and that he is fully healthy and locked in. That conversation stayed with LeBron. Weeks later, Sixers GM Mike Gansey publicly confirmed Embiid's status during a press conference. He has been putting in the work up 15 pounds of pure muscle. Now he's around 295, but 13% body fat. We're
Whoa.
hoping it helps him stay healthy and dominate once again in the paint. He will take it up another level. Ganzi also noted it was the first offseason Embiid was truly healthy going into it and that he was in a really good space. Once Embiid's health checked out, the combination of Embiid, Maxey, Jaylen Brown, and Edgecombe become the clearest option for a final championship run.
295?
Yeah. Well, but he's 7'12" or whatever. I'm kind of surprised that he's willing to take the gamble on Embiid. Even without Embiid, I think they still have a pretty decent team. But Embiid's only plays half the season, but maybe he's okay with it after playing with Anthony Davis, which by the way, I heard today, I don't have it here, but I read today that if the season's not going well with Embiid, there could be a move for Anthony Davis
Interesting.
mid-season. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, kind of hush-hush behind closed doors. Wow. And there was a rumor of him and Embiid not getting along. I don't know if they were true, but apparently not. They met privately. 295, holy crap. Well, yeah, it is the first offseason. He's not having any surgeries. That team is loaded on paper, bro. That team is freaking loaded.
Yeah.
I know LeBron only met in person with one team. I don't even know if at the Sixers he met with them, but he met with the Cavs. I know that. He didn't meet with the Heat or any other team, maybe Philly. But hey man, we got the news out of the way. LeBron's in there, and the money. He didn't need it. Just looking for getting that ring.
Yeah. Now, what's going to happen with Bronny?
Stay in LA, make that $2 million guaranteed, and then join him next year.
Bro, the funniest thing was right after the Bronny trade, everybody was posting the meme. I think even I posted it, of that scene from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Uncle Phil's leaving and then Will Smith is standing in the room.
Shit.
So funny. Yeah. What up, Nico? Catching up with the Cardinals. MHJ been dropping passes.
Just wait. So we're gonna go through some.
Can't believe Braun picked 76ers over Minnesota. Come on, man. Ain't nobody want to play in Minnesota but you, Nico.
Nico, stick around after the NFL news. We're gonna have a Cardinal segment. I got a bunch of notes from camp that I'm gonna drop about what I saw. So, and including Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's gonna be dropping more than Marvin Harrison did.
Yeah, so you think next week we'll be talking about LeBron? It's been like, 9 weeks in a row we've always talked, on the show. I mean, you said last week we're going to always talk about him.
Well, now that he's signed, I think that, there's no need to talk about it anymore. And until preseason when Embiid is hurt, and I don't mean to put a bad juju out there or wish bad upon anybody, but that's just his routine.
His MO, yep.
And honestly, they need to take the man's green card away because he's missing half the work time he's supposed to be working.
Right. Totally funny. LaMelo does for sure, Nico. I see that up in the comments.
LaMelo does.
He's excited about this team. He's got a great backcourt. It's going to be pretty cool to watch his backcourt, for sure.
It's just a bad market, and I don't mean to talk trash about the Timberwolves. It's just, it's a funny market. But then again, look at the Thunder. I mean, who would have thought the Thunder would be a dynasty? And here they are tearing it up for multiple years. But dude, Flex from Jersey made a good point the other day that, give it a couple of years and these teams are going to be really hurting. The Thunder and the Spurs and all these teams are going to be just financially strapped. They're not going to be able to do anything.
In this day and age of the new aprons, it's harder to keep your team around longer. We're starting to see it a little bit with OKC this offseason. But yeah, Flex did say it. But that's why I like the direction that we headed. We got a nucleus. They're young and team. We got chemistry, and they're not like overpaid guys like crazy. We don't have 2 huge contracts like we did before.
We still have Bradley Beal on the fucking payroll.
20 million, but it's not like it's 2 $50 million players.
It's $19 million too much.
True, true, true.
But you know what? Speaking of the Spurs, I hear a lot of talk of maybe Curry going there, and I have this right here to pull up.
What?
Steph Curry and the Warriors front office may no longer be on the same page per Thompson Scribe, whoever that is. I'm not sure. Let me see. Marcus Thompson.
Oh yeah, I know who that is. He covers the team pretty well up there in the Bay Area.
So yeah, I mean, especially with them not getting LeBron, maybe Curry's on the way out.
That
Who
could
knows?
make sense because of the original idea. Like what Draymond optioned out. There was that rumor for 2 days. They were trying to get AD, maybe James, right? Maybe the offseason hasn't gone the way that Curry wanted to. So I could maybe see that. Yeah, he's been loyal as heck too. You never hear anything bad about him. He doesn't talk bad about like the team front office. Like it's, I could see it. I could see it if he's at the end of his career. He wants to win. They don't see they can contend. You know, who knows what's up with Jimmy Butler? I haven't heard anything about him, about how his rehab has been going.
Yeah. I heard a possible scenario that would send De'Aaron Fox and some picks, and I think there was another player in there too.
Oh, to San Antonio? Oh, God. Oh, San Antonio. Wimby and Steph? Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Ooh. Well, that rolls into our next set of news. Speaking of Warriors, I'll pull it up here. Bring it up, Snoop. Draymond declined his player.
Listen, you hear what you said? I'll pull it up. Bring it up, Snoop. Fastest turnaround in history, right there.
Yeah, Draymond signed his 1 year, $27 million deal to stay in the Bay Area for one more year. He opted out for 20, I think it was 27.6. He opted out, so they gave him an extra 100,000 just to see if they could get and land somebody, and they didn't. So, is he worth $27.7 million, Snoop?
No.
Okay.
Period. I mean,
there's no argument for me. There's no argument for me.
You know what? I mean, I think Draymond's a fine player. He's getting a little bit old, but I would have loved to have had him on my team earlier in his career. I think, you know, and I guess as a Phoenix Suns fan, we never really see that dirty, gritty player. I mean, we have Dylan Brooks now, so that's kind of a different step that the Suns usually don't go in. So I love it because you need someone that's not afraid to go out there and get in the trenches for you. And that's the type of player Draymond is. You know, he's not afraid to go get the technical foul. He's not afraid to fire up the team. He's not afraid to punch a player in the mouth at practice if they're getting out of line. And that's what I like about him. But his numbers just aren't really there to warrant, what'd you say, 27?
7? Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for a screen and roll guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I do like what he adds to the team, though. You know, like I said, I think every team needs a player like that.
A dog.
Yeah, a dog.
Great.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Yeah. But dude, you know what? Hold on. I wanted to bring this up while we were talking about LeBron. So I'll bring it up now. Shout out to Behold a Pale Horse. He posted this. Kentavious Caldwell Pope was signed recently by the 76ers at age 33, the day before Kobe Bryant passed. He wore a custom-made T-shirt depicting Kobe Bryant on fire. Now, that was the day Kobe died. And I want to point something out. You know, like we talk a lot about gematria, and we talk a lot about rituals and you know, is this rigged and that rigged and whatnot. And LeBron said he's going to live in New York and take a helicopter to Philly for all the games and practices and everything.
Really?
Which is the same thing Kobe was doing, living in Orange County, flying to LA on the helicopter all the time. And it just, you know, when you tie these two together, there's so many things that connect them into the rituals and the Boule Society and all that shit. So, I mean, I'm a little nervous for LeBron's well-being.
You know, he's flying from New York. That's wow.
I mean, it's not that long of a flight, you know.
But still, it's a lot of similarities as far as like what Kobe's life was doing.
Yep.
Interesting. Interesting. See how it shakes out.
Yep. But what else you got? What else you got that you're going to bring up that I'll bring up?
One piece of signing. Just one more news for NBA. Let me share it right here. So the Denver Nuggets are now the only team in the NBA to be in the second apron. They matched Oklahoma City Thunder's offer to Spencer Jones on a 2-year, $12 million offer sheet. This makes them the only team now in the second apron. That's pretty big news. It restricts them a lot on future flexibility, but only one team out of all teams in the NBA are now in the second apron, and the Suns are not one of them, Snoop.
Yep. And, they're in that second apron, but we all saw the first apron was LeBron James. Oh.
Oh, shoot. So that's all I got for NBA. So
that's all you got?
For NBA.
All right. I got a little something to bring up here. I found this kind of interesting. This is every NBA team's best free agent signing of all time. And this was put out by Bleacher Report. Atlanta Hawks, Joe Johnson, your boy.
Ex-son.
Joe Johnson, yep.
ISO Joe.
ISO Joe. Then we got Celtics, Al Horford.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God. Why is this being all weird? Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. That's interesting since they drafted him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, your boy, Sean Marion.
Man.
Denver, Antonio McDyess.
Another ex-Phoenix Sun.
Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups.
Mr. Gamblin.
Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant. Houston Rockets, Dwight Howard.
Interesting. Right?
Pacers, David West.
Dude, he was gangster back in the day for a few years.
He was. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard.
He might still be a Clipper after this investigation.
The Los Angeles Lakers and Shaquille O'Neal.
I might put that up. Is this ranked in order or is just random 30?
Well, they're just in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Memphis Grizzlies. Tony Allen is their best signing.
Wow. Who Kobe called his hardest defender.
Wow. The Miami Heat, LeBron James.
3 times LeBron.
Milwaukee Bucks, Brook Lopez.
Is that Sideshow Bob or his brother?
Shout out to Nico and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Your best signing ever, Sam Mitchell.
Nico, what do you got to say about that?
Wow.
He was good.
The New Orleans and Charlotte Hornets, PJ Stojakovic.
Peja.
New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson. You can't argue with that, man.
Right? Cannot.
Oklahoma City Thunder, Leguntz Dort. Is that how you say his name? Leguntz?
I just say Lou Dortz. Lou for short. That's what it's usually called.
The Orlando Magic, Tracy McGrady.
Agree with that.
Philadelphia signs Julius Erving. That's a good one. Are you ready for the next team? Who do you think it is? Take a guess.
Tom Chambers. Okay. My bad. I'm wrong. I should have guessed Nash.
What the hell happened here? Why'd it go?
Bruce Brown. Wow.
Why the hell did it skip ahead like that? Okay, Portland. Rod Strickland is Portland.
One of my favorite point guards ever.
Sacramento, Vlade Divac.
Who was traded for Kobe.
San Antonio, Bruce Bowen.
One of the best defenders I've ever seen.
Toronto Raptors, Fred VanVleet. Utah Jazz, Carlos Boozer.
From the state of Alaska.
And the Wizards, Bob Dandridge.
Who is that, Snoop?
Well, let's see. Bob Dandridge. Dandridge had been part of Milwaukee's 1971 championship team alongside Kareem. Didn't even play for Milwaukee. It was Lou Alcindor and Oscar Robertson, averaging 19 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game against the Bullets, including leading all scorers with 29 points in Game 3.
Wow.
So, there's your the best free agent signings of all teams. What do you think? I mean, Steve
I
Nash.
like a lot of them. I messed that up. It should have been Nash's number one. I'd say Chambers might be two then, but yeah, I like a lot of them. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I mean, we could probably do our own list with our own flavor, but yeah, I like a lot of them. I didn't know Dr. J was a free agent. Didn't know that. So that's pretty cool to learn.
Right. I think that's all the NBA I got for now. I do have some WNBA.
Ooh,
You know how
Sophie?
I. Oh, you know it. You know it. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into Sophie. Let me share my screen here. WNBA suspends Seattle Storm co-owner 5 games after blow-up with teen Sophie Cunningham fans. Did you hear about this?
Oh no.
So if you can see in the picture here, there's 2 signs. And the one says, "We love you, Sophie." The other one says, "Thank you, Sophie, for speaking up for girls." I guess, they were talking about, there shouldn't be any transgenders in the WNBA. And so they were sticking up, Sophie stuck up, for girls, And I guess there was someone with a sign right next to him. Here, let me pull up the article and I'll read it.
Did I hear about this?
Yeah. Hang on. Oh my God, get out of here. What is going on? The
All right.
WNBA suspended Seattle Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton for 5 home games and fined her an undisclosed amount. Multiple reports said Thursday after an exchange with 2 teenage girls in which Keaton allegedly called them fucking insane over their stance on trans athletes competing in women's sports, leaving one of the girls in tears. The incident occurred during Tuesday's Storm Fever game in Seattle, which came after Indiana guard Sophie Cunningham said in a recent ESPN profile that she wants to protect young girls in a locker room or young girls in sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men.
Whoa.
The teenagers sat courtside and held signs supporting Cunningham while wearing shirts advocating against trans inclusion in women's sports. The Storm apologized Wednesday after the girls discussed the incident with the Undivided podcast. They alleged that Keaton told them Jesus loves everyone and added, "I hope Jesus can forgive you for what sin you've done." I've never been yelled at like that, one of the girls said regarding the incident causing her to cry. "I've had people hate on me on the internet, but it doesn't really affect me as much because it's just people online. But that just caught me by surprise because I thought she was going to be nice and she started screaming at us and cussing at us." Storm majority owner Ginny Gilder said in a statement that everyone who attends a Storm game deserves to feel welcome, and we remain committed to creating an inclusive environment where every fan is treated with respect. Cunningham responded to the apology Wednesday night, admonishing Keaton, "I truly believe that there's a safe space and love for everybody, biological girls, biological boys, trans women, and trans men. Everyone is welcome at my table. You can disagree and still be kind," Cunningham wrote on X. I wanted to see what the other person's sign said because there's this person right here. If you can see, this person's holding up a sign. Oh, it says "No hate," something. So it kind of like it was going against what the other girls, were saying. So, you know, owners and stuff need to stay out, and you can't just yell at fans. What do you think about the owner being suspended? I mean, they can't go see their own team. 5 games.
Wow, it's kind of wild. Kind of wild, man. Good for people sticking up for people. And we shouldn't be tearing people down, but I don't know. And WNBA's got quite a few headaches as we come to find out, right? You know.
So check this out, and I don't have it here, but did you hear the WNBA All-Star Game had more fans attend it than the NBA All-Star Game?
Really?
Yep. How crazy is
Wow.
that?
Wow.
How
Damn.
crazy is that shit?
Well, I mean, actually, think about it for a second. I mean, here where we have the Mercury, they're always packed. They always have a good fan following and people supporting them. But that's good. That's good for hey, they love their basketball, man. Support them.
Yep. And speaking of the WNBA All-Star Game, the WNBA made a post and then deleted it. And here's the post. We did. Paige Bukers on the bet she made with Angel Reese at All-Star Weekend on tonight's matchup.
At All-Star Weekend, you and Angel made a bet with each other on this game. Is that bet still?
This is how the rich stay rich.
You gotta save this money. I'm gonna see you next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
At night?
No, at practice.
Oh, at practice?
I mean, I know y'all gonna lose, but if y'all lose,
I get to have that.
if y'all win, you get 400.
And if we lose, then you get to keep.
No, you owe me 400.
Bet. I'm staying on it.
At All-Star Weekend, you and Angel made a bet with each other.
So what do you think
What was the bet?
on who's going to win the All-Star game? I guess. I don't know. But
They
WNBA
posted it and then took it down.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably smart to take it down. Like comes to what you say, man, entertainment issues and betting, how there should be restrictions kind of on it because it's all for entertainment, as you say, a non-better. Where my world, I'm a bettor and I try to be the almanac and call things. So doesn't surprise me with all the shit we've been hearing the last few years, but maybe there's a lot of other shit we don't hear, which is probably true.
Yep. I got one more little bit of WNBA here.
Snoop bringing it tonight.
Check out your girl Angel Reese. I want you to watch this play. We'll probably watch it a couple times, and I want you to give me your thoughts on this. Check this out. This is Angel Reese.
Let's do it.
Double dribble.
Oh, hold
Triple
on.
dribble.
I'm
Just
turning
triple-
off the music.
Triple double or triple dribble. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, come on now. Twice. They let that play stand too. Holy shit. Oh, dude, come on. That's worse than NBA.
That's quadruple dribble right there, boy.
Wow.
I mean, that's just egregious. Because there's a ref on the baseline watching it.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Interesting. Quadruple dribble.
Yeah.
What else you got, Snoop? What else you got?
I think that's all I got. I got NFL stuff, and I got one little NBA funny video here. We already went over NBA, but this is just a quick little funny basketball video.
Oh,
Oh man, I'm gonna mute it before we get flagged. Let's watch it again. Oh man, imagine you just go to the game with your husband. You just want to watch a little basketball action, and bam! Never take your eye off the ball.
great advice.
Yes,
Great advice.
I'm full of great advice. The trouble is, most of it sucks. But that's all I got for basketball, and I ain't got no baseball. We ain't got no hockey. I guess it's on to the
NFL.
National Foosball League.
Before we so little segment with news, got some things I don't want to pull up, or I don't want to have you pull up yet. I just want to discuss real quick. Patrick Mahomes was fully cleared to return to Kansas City Chiefs training camp, so he is good to rock and roll. That's kind of surprising. George Kittle begins camp on the PUP list, so something to look out for. Rashid Rice was cleared, ready to go. Puka Nacua was practicing despite contract talks. Alec Pierce, receiver on the Colts, should be back in 1 or 2 weeks per his coach. And then Tucker Kraft could return week 1 as well. And then some brand new news that dropped today. I would like to pull up Snoop. Right receiver Chris Olave for the New Orleans Saints got paid today. $132 million, including $90 million guaranteed. He was going into the last year of his contract year. This is one guy I actually really like drafting and drafts for fantasy this year. We have a player that's going into a season that they know they have to get paid and they only got 1 year left. pretty good chances they're going to ball out. So I don't know if this softens my stance on him, but he got paid today. So they got a great receiver tandem now in New Orleans. And then and other news as well, Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs and Falcons running back are both not practicing as they're having conversations to discuss a potential long-term contract. So something to look out for. These guys right here are the potential number 1 and number 2 picks in all fantasy drafts right now. So something to keep an eye on. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield is reporting to training camp even without a new deal in hand. He has 1 year left on his deal, so he could be on the way out. Our boy Johnny Main said he would like Pittsburgh to sign him next year, so something to look out for. And then Malik Neighbors is not on the PUP list, which is surprising. He had a gruesome injury last year. He is at practice, training camp, and he's something to look out for. I was actually surprised with this news, so Malik Neighbors, keep your eyes out on him for the fantasy world coming up. It's good to see him. Did you hear about Kyle Shanahan, Snoop?
I did.
Yeah, man. Kyle Shanahan was taken by paramedics to a local hospital where he spent much of the day before being released. Apparently, this happened a few weeks ago, Snoop. I heard rumors that there's potential eye vision that he potentially lost. Nothing official yet. But he is okay, and so is the other person that got in the accident. But he was at a training camp the first few days, which is surprising that nobody reported this. But yeah, apparently he was in ICU, Snoop. So his injuries were pretty bad.
Well, we send the best out to the Shanahans and hope he recovers quickly and can get back out there and coach. Because you never want to see bad things like that. Let me hit these comments real quick. Nico, you ain't got no baseball. Come on, man. You know what that reminds me of? You remember in that movie Something About Mary when her brother's like, have you seen my baseball? What up, Shiva? Are your entire streams about sports? Yes, our Thursday streams on the Pick Is In are all about sports. And we do betting and fantasy, and we do talk some conspiracy about sports being rigged and stuff as well. So we kind of try to show both sides of it. But yes, our Thursday Pick Is In streams are all about sports. Nice to see you in the comments, Shiva. Hope you're doing well, brother.
Thanks for jumping on in. Nico, maybe I should have some baseball just for him. But hey, NFL training camps, that's what it's all about. And we always do a little bit of basketball. And the main stages of the show is football and basketball. We've done a little bit of baseball. But yeah, thank you for all the people jumping in the comments.
Yeah.
So got some other news, Snoop, I would like to go over.
What you got?
Quarterback Penix for the Atlanta Falcons said he might need another 4 weeks to be cleared to actually play. And their backup quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, is actually dealing with back issues right now. So something to look out for. Cleveland Browns made some noise this week with some signings. They locked up a couple guys in their secondary. First with Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward, 2 years, $62.2 million. That includes $52.3 million guaranteed. He is the highest paid DB in NFL history. And then they also signed their safety, I believe. Safety Grant Delpit, 3 years, $35 million. He's a pretty good player. But Cleveland Browns secondary locked up. That's something to look out for. Denzel Ward could play. And then in other news, Raiders head coach Clint Kubiak announced Tuesday that 4-time Pro Bowl selection Kirk Cousins will be the starting quarterback over number 1 overall pick Fernando Mendoza when training camp begins. I don't see that going on for much longer than maybe a few weeks. I don't know if I'd be surprised if Kurt started the season, but Mendoza is going to get a lot of playing time this week.
Dude, absolutely. Kirk Cousins starts game 1.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think Kirk Cousins starts probably the first 4 games.
Okay.
If they win, if they're winning, he might continue. But it's the Raiders, and anything can happen. But I don't see Kirk Cousins playing the whole season. But I do think the first 4 games.
Okay, I could see that. And then, one thing we actually skipped over. We got Dan Loya from Sports Blitz Media in a recording that recorded with them earlier in the week. They're going to probably be showing at the top of the hour or near there. So everybody stay tuned for that. And then that's all the NFL news I got. I just got Cardinals news that I would like to go into, unless you got some stuff you want to go over.
Oh yeah. We still got a bunch more. We got you got Cardinal training camp. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's all pretty much all I got left. I got a bunch of stuff for it. So
yeah, I got one more. Two NFL things here. And then some Bears training camp as well. The wife of Chiefs coordinator Eric Bieniemy was shot Sunday night at the couple's home in Virginia. And that's a not so good. And then, as it turns out, this came out the following day. Here I have a video. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go.
Yeah. That's according to law enforcement sources confirming that to Fox News. The Loudoun County, Virginia Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to a shooting last night in Ashburn, Virginia, where they found Mia with multiple gunshot wounds. She was taken to a nearby hospital. She has serious injuries. We understand they've been able to stabilize her condition. 27-year-old Elijah Bieniemy was arrested and faces several charges and is being held without bond. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid weighed in.
Our hearts go out to Eric Bieniemy and his family. Thoughts and prayers are with them. I can't get into details on it, but things happen sometimes, and Eric will work through it. He's got a great support group here, as does his family, as needed, and then we'll just let time take care of it from there. But Mia is stable, which is a plus, and so is Eric Jr., and that's all important.
Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid there from a news conference just moments ago. We'll bring you all the new information.
So the son, Elijah Bieniemy, pulled the trigger. That's sad to hear, you know.
Is this the second time we heard a family member kill somebody? Like Calais Campbell's brother?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What's going on, world? So, man, our hearts and thoughts, prayers with the Bieniemy family, man. That's freaking awful.
It's terrible. Terrible. As Charles Barkley would say, it's terrible.
Terrible, Kenny.
Terrible. Oh yeah, this is another thing. I got one more thing for NFL here. NFL owners are keeping field turfs instead of natural grass while using CTE to cover up ALS as much as possible. And so I got another video here.
I'm willing to bet you the NFL knows why Chris Johnson has ALS, knows why Steve Gleason got ALS, why Tim Shaw, Dwight Clark, Kevin Turner, Tim Green got ALS. And the list goes on. It's because of the field. It's due to the chemicals they put on the field to keep the grass green, the colors vibrant, and the lines crisp. Per Google, the chemicals and carcinogens found in artificial turf, like arsenic, benzene, carbon black, heavy metals like lead and mercury, they are all playing in that, face planting in that, rolling in that, practicing in that, winning in that, losing in that. And even in natural grass, they are putting pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, literal poison in where they're playing. If ALS is not a part of a person's familial history, then one of the risks is due to environmental exposure, like lead, mercury, and agricultural chemicals. And the reason why the narrative is to keep ALS linked to CT.
Hello.
Only the owners.
So that's pretty wild.
Wow.
You know, I didn't know that ALS was a big thing amongst players and former players, but that's pretty crazy. You know, she said one thing in there. She said, if you don't have a familial history of it, is that a thing? I mean, this is Lou Gehrig's disease. The guy was the first person to ever get the disease. How is that familial?
No.
Whatever the fucking word is, she
Makes
said.
no sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
What up,
Oh,
Templar?
Templar! What up, baby? What up, bro?
Fabian?
Fabian, my guy. What up, brother? Great to drop by. Appreciate you.
Let me see here. Yep, I just got one more little thing here.
My boy Fabian putting down the parlays lately. Shout out to him, man.
Let's talk about this AstroTurf for a second because I mean, I don't know if it causes ALS, but I do know that more injuries happen on turf than they do on grass.
Correct.
And it just seems like it's a lot safer if we use grass.
Agree.
So why are we still using turf? Is it
Great
easier
question.
to maintain? Is that what it's all about?
Cold weather environments, easier to maintain. Yes, cheaper. I don't think it's the best. They got plenty of freaking money, so why not do it? It's players' safety. If the players are preaching, why can't they listen? And the Jets' Giant Stadium is notorious to be the worst. They have the most ACLs, MCL, Achilles injuries than any other field. So, yeah, I agree with you. I don't know why, Snoop. Just don't know why. We got to be better and smarter. I don't get what the league's doing.
Yeah, it's stupid. One more little thing here. We got a magnetic football, perfect for butterfingers. A Minnesota Vikings snapper teams up with an engineer to develop a football that sticks to your hands. So it was bad enough they were using sticky gloves. Now we got sticky balls.
Wow.
Yeah. Fabian says Redskins field is the worst.
No, maybe back in the day, yeah, correct. But look up lately. Look up the last 15. Sorry. That's funny.
Yeah, right.
I'll always call them Washington Redskins. Like the
Yeah.
Cleveland Indians, for God's sake. I'll always call them that.
Yeah,
Party.
it's silly that they changed the names. I mean, it was an actual member of the tribe that named the Redskins. It was an actual Indian. I don't know which tribe it was, but they picked the name for the team. This woke culture is just nonsense, man. Like, they want to change history and rewrite it, and that's not cool. Like this team has roots in Indian culture, and now you're destroying that. And naming it the Commanders is arguably worse. Those are the ones that killed the Redskins. Like, what the fuck?
Preach, Snoop. Preach. Man, NFL needs to go to church.
Oh, yeah, they do. So do you. Oh, man. So that's all I got for the National Foosball League.
All right. So let's Cardinals segment, Snoop. I got a bunch of stuff I like to talk about since I've been attending training camp. First and foremost, let's get the news out of the way. Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals got a 1-year, $15.5 million deal agreed upon. With incentives that can pay him up to $21 million. Probably his last starting job of his career. About damn time. Why couldn't we do this 4 months ago, for God's sakes? Man. I don't know. Just about time. About time. So,
yeah, I mean, we got to see him perform. I mean, he hasn't won many games, so for a quarterback to get that kind of bread that hasn't really proven himself.
He got a great point. He won one game last year. I think he went 1-9 or 1-11, something like that. But he only won one game. You're totally right. But hey, around that, remember we talked about the money. What do you think he should get? We discussed this. So I mean, 15-5 with up to 21, 22. I mean, lowest end quarterbacks in the league make around that money. So I just don't see why we couldn't do this a few months ago.
Yeah, well, maybe his agent was holding out, or maybe the team was holding out. The team hasn't been the best at making offers to players, as you very well know.
Yeah. Did you? So this week, it's been huge on national social media about Marvin Harrison and his drops. Videos went viral. So, you know what? I got a few of them here. Snoop, I got something pulled up here if we want to put it on the screen real quick. So these are 2 days worth of highlights of drops just from Marvin Harrison. Check this out. No sound. Don't want to get flagged. 1, should have clearly caught that. 2, nobody on him. 3, should have had that one. It was a little in front of him. That one he should have caught. That one he probably could have dove for. Drop that one right over the middle. This is not just 1 or 2. Look at his reaction talking to the coach afterwards.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did he catch any?
It's funny. So let me find.
It's crazy because we talk a little bit about this, and this is before the video that we've seen. We didn't watch this, but in our talk with Dan Loya, we talk a little bit about Marvin Harrison. So stick around and check out that because we do talk about Marvin and what's going on with him. So
these are all the drops that I got viewed and filmed here. Check out. We do have catches, Snoop. I got a few of them. I want to show them. Let me share this page. So just to let y'all know, he can catch the football. Don't flip out on people making drops. Don't read early things into the training camp. I remember Jamar Chase dropped a few passes in training camp, and everybody was gung-ho about him dropping passes, and he became a stud. So I actually got some footage here of him catching some passes.
Right. Michael Wilson just went and put on a Marvin Harrison jersey. Go.
There's one, and then I got 2 more. I got a couple of them in here. This one's the same in route that he dropped earlier in the day. So he is catching the ball too. I got one more.
He must have put on some sticky gloves.
Right? Maybe it's Michael Wilson. Like you said, there's another one. So folks, he is catching the ball. It gets blown out of proportion when there's a drop. So there you go. Let's call them all the nonsense out there. But the drops are kind of a little bit of a worry, Snoop. Like maybe like in like a 7-on-7 cornerbacks on you, I could see that he's up there, like almost 100%. But like just running these small drills and not catching or diving or just the effort, I was a little bit concerning on what I filmed there. So I got.
You know what? It's not just about these drops here in camp. It's about the last 2 seasons as well. And he's at a point right now in his career where he can't be dropping these passes. This is a make it break it year for him. I mean,
agree. Check this stat out, Snoop. Pull it up. In 2009, Larry Fitzgerald had 4 drop passes, his worst year for drops. Just my 2 days at training camp, I got 5 on tape. That's pretty freaking crazy. I just had to show that. But we talked about Larry in his hands, which we're going to talk about Larry in his Hall of Fame with the Arizona Cardinals doing a segment, like an 8-series segment.
At the Cardinals training camp. Yeah, you kind of cut out right there, but.
Oh, sorry.
You're back. Yeah, I was just saying it's terrible, what's going on over there with Marvin Harrison. And you hope he gets it together because, like I said, it is a make it, break it year for him. And otherwise, he's going to be on the trade block, maybe even before the trade deadline this season, he could be moved.
Right. What I did see is when filming these drops, the next time he was throwing the ball after these drops, he caught the ball. So not to like bring him down, but yeah, I mean, it's training camp. It's early. You're right. There's a little bit of history, inconsistency, but I got our coach talking about Marvin Harrison and the drops in the press conference after the practice. Am I good, Snoop?
Yep. You don't want to drop any balls ever in the history of time. No receiver, tight end, running backs. Unfortunately, it does happen every once in a while. What I was happy about in Marvin in the one drop that you're alluding to is how he responded. And the next time he had an opportunity, we have Trey going underneath. We saw kind of an overlap underneath. Jacoby did, and he was able to layer one right, over the middle to Marv. And all you tell these guys is do the next right thing. And the next right thing was to line up, get back to the huddle, and the next opportunity you have, whether it's in the run game or the pass game, go full throttle and make it happen. And I thought the next time he had an opportunity to catch a football, he caught it, and we kept it moving right there. So we acknowledged, and then we move on.
Interesting. But yeah, I'm sure you saw some of the posts. Everybody was blown out of proportion with his drops. I had people messaging me, that are not here locally. Is it really that bad? I'm like, you only see the bad shit of what people post. What about his good catches? So I recorded a few and put some out on social. But interesting. Gonna see how it goes, because that's a heated argument, but that's a great question for fantasy.
Together.
You there? You cut out.
Hopefully he
Okay.
can get it together.
Yeah, hopefully you can. And that's like a big question with fantasy this year. Who are you going to take between the two? Marvin's going higher in ADP and Wilson's going back. I like the cost of where to get Michael Wilson. I'm just a huge Michael Wilson fan. I just think he's a better player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree.
So we last week I showed that Larry Fitzgerald like Cardinal series that they're doing. It's like a bunch of because he's going to the Hall of Fame. So I got episode 2 and episode 3. I'm gonna air. So let me get that up here, Snoop. Let's see. This is episode 2. It's called The Rookie. Let me know when I'm good, Snoop. Are you there, brother? Snoop.
Well, ahead. You should be good now.
You cutting out, brother. Cutting out.
Should be good now.
Okay, let's go.
The Arizona Cardinals select Larry Fitzgerald.
There's pressure associated with any pick. I had very high expectations for myself, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing what I needed to do to make sure I lived up to being that third pick overall.
Wide receiver, University of Pittsburgh, Larry Fitzgerald.
I don't think anybody is ready made for the NFL.
You get in the league, you're immensely talented, but
Definitely gonna be a transition stage for me. I feel physically that I can deal with the rigors. Mentally, I think I'm prepared, but
you don't have any experience, right? There's a lot of things that you don't know how to do. You don't know how to take care of your
bodies the way the veterans do. I'm gonna do everything possible in terms of listening to my coaches and doing everything they ask me to do to prepare myself to be ready.
And the faster you can kind of get to the better understanding of what it is, what do the best players in the world do to make themselves better and stay at that level, you want to start applying those things.
You never can really fully understand how big of the adjustment is until you get out there and play.
Backs are in an eye. Fitzgerald to the right, Johnson to the left. McCown back to throw, looking for Fitzgerald and throwing it to him in the end zone. Fitzgerald leaps. Fitzgerald catches it. It's a touchdown. The first career NFL score for Fitzgerald.
And we got episode 2, and it's called The Process. Go ahead and blow this up. Am I good, Snoop?
Yep.
Practice is really important because you got to perfect your craft. You got to try.
Yeah, you're right with the music. Good call, Snoop. Let's stop it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we don't want to get flagged, so we're gonna pull that down. We already just got kicked off of Facebook for some copyright violation. I don't know what yet. I'll have to look into that. So that's kind of a bummer. Sorry to our Facebook viewers, but we will get the episode posted as soon as we're done here. We'll get a good copy posted up on Facebook. What do we got here?
Check this out, Stu. Most seasons with an Arizona sports franchise team. Shane Doe is number 1 in the Valley. 21 seasons with the Coyotes. Wow. Diana Taurasi, 20 seasons with the Phoenix Mercury, and Larry Fitzgerald, 17. Alvin Adams is 4th on the list. I can't really blow it up anymore. I know it's kind of small, so that's why I'm reading it. Yeah. 13 years as a Phoenix Sun. Adrian Wilson is next on the list with 12 seasons with the Phoenix/Arizona Cardinals. Kenny Taylor from the Mercury, and then coming in with 12 seasons, our boy Devin Booker for the Suns.
Wow, already on that list. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He's gonna be passing some people soon.
Yep. And then Cardinals training camp. If you guys are here in the Valley, go out and take your family. It's fun. We got a few more dates coming up this week. I'll be out there Tuesday and Wednesday out in section 138 on the railings. Come say hi. Come say hello. Come by and chop it up. I got some notes I want to go over from training camp as far as takes and everything that I saw, Snoop. So a few things. This segment might take a couple minutes, but a couple things I saw. So Jeremiah Love. A lot of people nationally are like maybe not big on him because our running back room is kind of, we got a lot of heads there. You know, we got 4 or 5 backs. He was in goal line with the first team, which was a little bit surprising. You would want to see Algier, but that's one take I got out of Love. Jeremiah Love was lining up with the ones on goal line. Now, on the first 11-on-11 drill that I saw, him and Algier were both in the backfield. Love, he was not the main running back for that. They lined him up as a receiver. They put him out in motion. The first 3 to 4 passing plays by the offense, 3 of them went to Love. So they're going to utilize him in the passing game, folks. That's why I say I think he's going to catch more than 70 balls this year. The yards on the ground might come later as the season's going. I wouldn't expect him to get a full 100% workload right away. It's okay to have other running backs to share the workload and share the wear and tear off of Love's shoulders. So I think he's going to catch 70 balls. I wouldn't be surprised if he caught 75, 80, but the first 4 passing plays, he was lined up as a receiver coming in motion. So that's something to keep an eye on. So a little nugget for you people at home. Michael Wilson playing the Puka Nacua role in this offense. He looks amazing. He looks freaking amazing, folks. I didn't see him drop one pass. He goes hard every play. He made a bunch of circus catches. The guy's just a freak. And then other takes that I have as well. So our running back room as a whole, in my notes, looked pretty darn good. Even Bam Knight flashed, our 5th running back, our 4th running back, Benson. He had like a 40-yard touchdown yesterday. Our running back room flashed just the last 2 days in practice, which is good. Depth is what you need, especially in this day and age. You don't have workhorse running backs anymore that's going to get 30 touches a game. It's pretty rare. There's only a couple of those guys in the league that can take that type of workhorse load. So just something to keep an eye out there, our running back room. Now, James Conner's listed as the number 1 running back on the depth chart. He didn't practice. He's coming off an injury. They reworked his deal. He's only got 1 year left on this deal. Don't be surprised, folks, if he's a trade candidate sometime in camp or during the season. Just don't be surprised with that. So some nuggets there, and then some other notes that I got. As far as all the coaches that I've been to training camp to, like all the coaches that's been the Cardinals coaches, this is probably one of the non-physically practices I've seen. Like there was not much hitting, and there was only a couple parts. So Wisenhunt's camp was a lot more physical. Bruce Arians' camp was a lot more physical. Now, granted, I've only been to 2 of the 4 or 5 practices, so just notes that I took out of that as well. And then another thing I got, I was a little worried about maybe LaFleur's offense with McBride getting such a target share. I was worried about maybe the ball getting spread out. Dude, Jacoby's looking at him all the time in practice. So I don't think that connection is going to go away. It actually strengthens what I felt earlier in the offseason about my guy, McBride. I might move him up ahead of Bowers after what I've been seeing as far as fantasy football rankings right now. I'm big on Bowers, though. But and another thing, our 3rd receiver, Kendrick Bourne, flashed a lot. Number 17, a really good signing, under the radar type of signing. He had a handful, I think he had like 3 touchdowns in the 2 practices that I went, but he flashed. But he definitely flashed. Just something to keep a lookout for. And then let me show here. I got one little clip of Kendrick Bourne I would like to show Snoop. Let's pull that up here. So he's inside. He's number 17. Come over the middle. Bounces off, tries to strip, and he breaks away. He actually ends up getting into the end zone. But just keep an eye out for him. And then Jeremiah Love. Play I want to show here, if I could find it. I think it's this one here, Snoop. This one here, Snoop, right here. All right. So Jeremiah Love, on this, I posted this. Look at this cut by Jeremiah Love. Now, it's bad angle on my part, right? They're not going full speed, about 3/4 speed. Now, look, I zoom in on the scoreboard for the first time in a year ever. They're showing replays at the stadium. Watch this cut.
Wow.
Watch this cut. Ooh. That's pretty electric. So, one thing I do like about them showing the replay is it's right after the play. They've never done this ever. So the Cardinals are actually paying an NFL camera crew to be in their stadium to get this. And this is probably a teaching tool for the coaches. But once again, this cutback was just unreal. That's pretty electric. That's pretty electric. From what I saw, there's a couple of long touchdowns that he had. I didn't get that on film, but his legs, his feet, I'm not being sarcastic. They remind me of Barry Sanders a little bit, how he moves.
Wow.
Just a little bit, like a flash of it. Maybe not all Barry, but just how his feet's electric. So that's Heywoods' notes of 2 days of practice. I hope I helped everybody out there with some info, just something to keep an eye out for. I'll be going out there again next Tuesday, next Wednesday. And like I said, if you're there, 138 is the section. Drop by and say hello. But hopefully I can help some of the people out there with some notes. I've been going, this is my 34th year going to Arizona training camp. So I'm polished when it comes there. I go there with my notes and just take notes. And it's a really good time. It's free to the public. Take your kids, take your family. Like I brought my boss and he brought his kid. He's never been there. There's like a kid zone. Great time, just for the family, just great time. Concessions are open, it's free parking. And then I want to shout out one particular guy, Snoop. Let's pull it up here. I got it shared up on the screen. Shout out to my guy, Doug Franz and the Unplugged Army. I got to sat next to him, both practices. Just a shout out to him. If y'all know who he is, he's a local sports legend in the media here. And go give him some support on his podcast. It's the first daily sports podcast in the United States. So shout out to Doug Franz and the Unplugged Army. So that's what I got for Cardinals notes. Heywoods Almanac style.
Shout out Doug Franz, when did we have him on? He was on the podcast a few months ago.
January, February, somewhere in there. March. No, it was our first NBA show. That's right. It was our first NBA show when we switched days. So hopefully be hearing back from him soon. He should be possibly coming back on soon. So, Snoop, what do you think of the notes I had and everything I went over?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Love on the field. That will be exciting. And Bourne is looking good. Like we talked about Marvin Harrison, it'll be interesting to see, what happens with the team. I think you're right about Connor being on the trade block, which we also talk about with our guest tonight, Dan Loya. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Connor. He's getting old for a running back. So
yeah, we had a discussion about Connor. Some of the fans, some of my friends, about they're like, "You'll never ask for that. He's not that type of dude." Yeah, he's that type of pedigree where he's loyal. But dude, if you're on the last legs of your NFL career and you want to win, wouldn't you ask for a trade? I mean, our win total was only at 3.5 set by the sports books this year. That's kind of telling.
Yeah, he should ask for a trade to the Chicago Bears, who actually have a chance.
That's actually not a bad idea. He's a great locker room guy, Snoop. This guy's probably our best leader, if not one of them. He means a lot to the locker room. He coaches up the young guys. He's always doing the good things with them, spending extra time with them, teaching them shit. So,
hey,
all right,
dude, I would love a Bears running back room with Swift, Monangai, and Connor.
Ooh, fuck. Ooh, that would be pretty expensive. You got Caleb. Then add Caleb, 700 yards rushing this year. Ooh, let's go.
Man, our offense is going to be electric, which brings us to some Chicago Bears training camp. I just have a couple of short little videos real quick, and then we'll get into the interview with Dan Loya. And then be sure to join us after the interview for some Arizona sports history. And what else we got coming up?
Yeah, I got a little bit of Suns, Arizona sports history. That's what I got for the last segment. And then, Dan Loya. We got it recorded.
So check out a couple of highlights. This is the combo I'm looking forward to the most this season as a Bears fan. I can't wait to see the Caleb Williams, Luther Burden connection. Check this out. This is just from training camp. And boom.
Could be a big year for him, Snoop. Could be a very big year for him.
Yeah. And then let me see. I got one more. Caleb and Burden connection. Right here. Over here. But yeah, I mean, he's looking good, this guy. So I can't wait to see it. Let me see here. We got one more. Oh no, hold on. That was the same video. Hold on. We got this one to Luther Burden as well.
Where do they practice, Snoop? Do you know?
Lake Forest.
Beautiful, good scenery around there.
Yes, sir. That's where I was born, actually, Lake Forest.
Really?
Yep. And then I got one more little video here. Khalif Raymond has been impressive since OTAs in minicamp, and he's picking up right where he left off. He's quick, he's fast, he's shifty, he catches the ball. Well, he's going to be a weapon this year. He was the player of the day today. Small
Very.
guy.
He's a very small guy. Looks like NBA Jam.
So that'll be fun. Another little weapon for the Bears and Caleb Williams. You love to see it.
You're gonna be, dude. You got some weapons there, man. Boy, if I was a Madden player still, that's actually an offense I would play. Would be the Bears. That's right.
Do you guys have subtitles for us unsports fans? Is unsports a word, guy? No wonder you need subtitles. You don't even know the language, my guy. Unsports?
What's up, Bill? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the support.
Did you see the drill with Williams missed all his throws and throws kid fit? LOL. I did not. So Fabian, if you want to send us a link, we'll be more than happy to show that. But no, I did not see that.
Send it to me, Fabian, if you want.
Debo just went back to Niners.
Interesting if that's true. Interesting.
What up, Bill? I think that's all I got. Let me see here. Let me just double check. We went over that. That can go in the last hour. Yeah. That's it, man. That's all I got.
Shoot, that's a good little first hour and 13 minutes for all you people at home that stuck around. Appreciate it. All the support, love. Drop us a like, drop us a sub, and drop a repost to help grow the show. What's my boy Fabian saying?
No, Red Feather Workshop says at Fabian, pretty sure that was last year with the net, right? So we'll see. I haven't heard anything bad about Caleb or training camp at all. So we'll see what happens. But why don't you tell the people about our guest?
Yeah, his name's Dan Loya. He works for Blitz Sports Media. I connected with him last year at Arizona Cardinals training camp. Puts out good content. He works for a very good company over at Blitz Sports Media. Watched a couple of his shows, but he goes to practice pretty often. Puts out videos, covers it. Shoot, dude, I have to make him look good. But dude, did you see one of his videos? Got 2.5 million views this past weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy how they
must be nice to being good with the algorithm. What's that like?
What's that all about? So shout out to Dan. It was great to just talk to him, chop it up with him. So we talk all things Arizona Cardinals, and we get to know him. So what'd you think of him, brother?
Dude, I love talking to all these sports nerds, dude. It's fun for me because I get to hear a different perspective, and it's cool that he's local. And yeah, he had good insight. on the players and especially the Cardinals, and even some Las Vegas Raider talk we got into.
I didn't know he was a
today.
Raider fan. I thought he was a Cardinal fan. So that's something that we learned.
Yeah.
But yeah, we recorded Tuesday, right? Late morning. Go to practice, and he comes in where I'm sitting, and we chop it up for a while. But yeah, it was awesome to chop it up. So hopefully we'll get him on later down the road. He covers the Cardinals and does good content with that. So everybody at home, it's how long we got the recording, Snoop?
We got I think it's exactly an hour.
All right, so we got 1 hour for the recording. Crack one open, enjoy it, and then don't forget to stick around because Snoop and I will be back here in the Pick Is In studio covering a little bit of Suns and Arizona sports history and whatever else Snoop has ready for us.
That's right. I always might have something up my sleeve.
That's right.
But,
So,
go ahead.
Cheers, Snoop.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you in an hour. Enjoy the interview.
All right, we're in the Pick Is In studio. Got Snoop with me. We got a great guest up in here. I've been looking for quite a while to have this guy up in studio. Dude, Dan Loya, excuse me, NFL Analyst and Writer over at Blitz Sports Media. Welcome to the podcast, Dan. How are you, brother?
Hey, guys. What's going on? Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show, and I'm real excited to talk some ball, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, cheers to you. We always do a cheers no matter what. If it's water, whatever you got, crack them if you got them.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yes. Dude, excited to have you here, man. How's life? We got Cardinals camp going. How's life going for you, brother?
It's good. Yeah, man. Another year. Can't believe that last season flew by so quick, and we're already back. I remember I met you last year during training camp, and can't believe it's already been a year already. It's flown by so quick. I mean, I remember being at the Super Bowl with the guys at Blitz, and that was February, man. And blink of an eye, it's July again. So I'm excited. Exciting times for your team, the Cardinals. They're 0-0, man. Everybody's 0-0 in the NFL, and everybody's positive right now. It's a good time of year.
Yeah, the Cardinals are tied for first, man. It's a good time of year.
That's right.
Yeah, we met last year at camp. I actually got a photo here from last year. We met early in camp last year. Yeah, you remember this, brother?
Yeah. I haven't even seen it.
I think I posted it that one day. But yeah, I was glad to connect with you. But yeah, training camp. How long have you been a Cardinals fan? How long have you been covering the Cardinals? I want to just get to know you, brother.
Yeah. So first off, yeah, I'm not a Cardinals fan. I'm
all right. Okay.
Fan.
Me neither.
But I covered a team. So last year was my first team covering the team with Blitz, and that's why I was out of training camp trying to take some notes. Wrote a few articles last year, and then I also I was running the Sleeper Cardinals account for Sleeper HQ. So I was heavily involved last year with Arizona Cardinals. I live here, so just trying to network and grow I guess my brand a little bit. But yeah, I'm not a Cardinals fan. I support a different team in the NFL, but it's all right. I still root for your guys. I love football.
Who's your team?
From afar. I'm a Raiders fan, Las Vegas.
Okay, we've had a couple Raiders fans up in here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad to connect with you. Last summer, you were the Sleeper Cardinals. You're one of the actually first people I started following on social media, and vice versa. I started social last year, and then come to find out, I'm doing a podcast now that's pretty damn exciting and fun. We've been doing it weekly since September. We cover betting, local sports, national sports, fantasy sports, all different types of flavors. We're pretty diversified as it comes to that. So how long you been with Blitz, brother?
This is going to be my second year. Second year with them, writing and covering teams. Obviously, I cover the Raiders as well for Blitz. And in general, for Blitz, I'm like an NFL analyst. Me and my guy Ryan, we have a show. We go live Sunday, Mondays, and Thursday, and we cover the main games. We talk ball, and I know we do a preview show too. So last year it was a whirlwind. You're trying to watch all games on Sunday and analyze them, and trying to just spit all information to make our viewers smarter. Make them some money, teach them the game of football, and I thought it went well. It was a lot of fun, and we're gonna plan on doing that again. So I hope your viewers from Pick Is In podcast can jump in at some time whenever we're live on Twitter. We're live at Blitz Sports Media, and come check us out, man. Come have some fun with us.
Definitely. Ryan's a good kid, man. He's great people. He's part owner of Blitz, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the founder of that company, and it's funny that we went to the same school at
Ooh.
different times though, but we went to the same college, so I think it's kind of unique, and we have some fun together, and just great opportunities for everybody, and we got a great team, so I know they're really big into fantasy football. So if you guys need some help before you draft this summer, go check them out, man.
He
Somebody
needs all
will
the
look on
help he can
the
get.
website. Hey man, hey, there's a lot of great resources on that website.
Yeah, no, Ryan puts out a lot of content, and I checked
Yeah.
out quite a few of your shows over the past year.
Yeah, you
I
hopped in.
like
Yeah,
your.
yeah, I
I
remember.
jumped in. Yeah, I like how you guys teach the game of football too. Like you were saying, like kind of break things down, trying to make it not like so scientific, just A's and B's. But I like your show. Ryan's got good content. I got your Blitz. I want to pull up your X page if you don't mind, Snoop. Let's pull that up there. Let's give you a plug. You can find Dan over at Dan Loya _ NFL. Go drop him a follow, and then over at Blitz as well, Blitz Sports Media. They put out all kinds of stuff. And you got all kinds of people that work there that are just great and cover a lot of stuff. And then over on Blitz Media, you got your articles that you dropped, and it's the time of season, man. I noticed you dropped an article yesterday with the Jacoby Brissett news. So what's your next project? You got a couple more articles coming out soon?
Yeah, we're just gonna see. Maybe I'll after going to a few camps. Last year I kind of did like I don't know, kind of like a summary, like a brief little summary of what just my observations of what I saw, who stood out, who didn't, just a little nuggets. So maybe I'll drop that in a few weeks whenever training camp's done. So maybe be on the lookout for that. But yeah, whatever. I kind of go with the flow, and like if there's some big news, I'll drop it. Just like Jacoby Brissett, that's a big news. Finally gets his contract done, gets a raise. He's gonna be the starter this season. So decided to write about that and let everybody know.
So yeah, what was it $15.5 million guaranteed, right? Up to
Yeah.
2 with incentives.
Yeah,
Why?
I think
Why
21.
couldn't
Yeah.
21? Okay, why couldn't they get this deal a few weeks ago? I mean, what was the holdup? Was there just trying to use leverage on Jacoby's side? What was your take on that?
Well, yeah, in my opinion, I just think they were. It's been a long offseason for Arizona, man. I mean, they let Kyler go. The writing was kind of on the wall for him, in my opinion. He kind of knew he was on his way out, so they let him go. They're eating what 35 million in dead money. And I really think, they really wanted Malik Willis, I think. I don't have any insider information, but just my opinion, I think they wanted him. It just made too much sense that LaFleur's brother, was with him for a few years in Green Bay. And, I'm sure he was a top target in free agency. He gets the Cardinals kind of get outbid for him at Miami, and I think it was in terms of guaranteed money. He got a lot of guaranteed money. So they kind of struck out with him. The Cardinals also wanted Jimmy Garoppolo.
Wow.
They wanted to bring him in, and all of a sudden, when talks were kind of heating up between them, the insiders were saying, "Oh, Jimmy G's just gonna retire and sit out this season." So they struck out with him, and then in the draft, the hype was real with Ty Simpson from Alabama. I think they wanted a guy they can groom. The only problem is he went top 10 to the Rams. So there's nothing you can do with that. 3 strikes for the Cardinals. They landed on Brissett, man. They can't roll into the season with Gardner Minshew, in my opinion. They drafted Carson Beck in the 3rd round. He's a rookie, man. You can't rely on him right away. He's got to grow and just let him do his thing and let him learn the offense. Very complex offense with LaFleur. So I think Jacoby, man, they're kind of the Cardinals did it to themselves, but I'm happy for Jacoby because he deserved his payday. I know he was 1-11 as a starter, but the offense looked way better with him under center. Austin Fort, the GM, he really likes this guy. He was with him in New England, so I think it's a good fit for them, and it gives them their best chance to win this year with Jacoby, as the signal caller.
That's probably
So-
going to be his last big payday before he's officially going to be a backup the rest of his career. Yeah, go ahead, Snoop. Sorry.
So what do you think of the win total then? I think they're picked to go 3.5 was the over under on their win total.
Yeah, 3.5 is where they're at, Dan, as far as on FanDuel, as far as the wins.
Is that what it is right now?
Yeah, it is. I could
Okay.
here, I actually
Do you think the signing moves that needle?
I think I just overall, I think the 3.5. I know their schedule. Like, dude, if you look at their schedule, it is brutal. But that 3.5 is too low. I really
I
think
got
it's too low.
Yeah, I got it pulled up now, Snoop. Yeah, on DraftKings right now, it's 3.5 wins. Yeah, the
Oh,
schedule
okay,
is
yeah. So
three
it's
and a
close to
half, man.
over though. Yeah, it's too low.
Yeah, more of a favorite on the over. And let's talk about that schedule. You just mentioned it. You say I think we have a hard schedule. What two of our 6 games,
It's
first six
brutal.
games is on the road. Excuse me. And then we got go ahead and talk about their schedule and what you see.
Yeah, so I mean, that LA game is gonna be tough, man. Whenever you got to go up against. First off, the Chargers are gonna be healthy. You know, they get their whole offensive line was banged up last year, similar to the Cardinals. Week 1, they're all gonna be there. Also, the big X factor with them is their new OC, Mike McDaniel. He comes over, former head coach of the Dolphins. Dude, he's gonna unlock some new things for Herbert in that offense. And whenever you play a team like that, Week 1, you don't know what they're gonna run, so this kind of puts you at a disadvantage. You know, it's just tough to prepare for. You're going to see things you haven't seen. So I just think that's a very tough game, week 1, and then obviously you got the Super Bowl champs week 2. They're going to be rested because they play that Thursday game. The thing is, I really just my gut is telling me I want to pick them to beat Seattle. Like, how many years has it been? 7, 8 years they haven't beaten Seattle at all. They've been swept. Just there's something part of me that like circles that home opener. You know, they could surprise them. But if Seattle loses week 1 to the Patriots, which could happen, I just think they're gonna be pissed off and they won't
Yeah.
beat the Cardinals. So just it depends on what happens week 1 with Seattle. Maybe they beat the Patriots. Maybe they'll come in sleepwalking in Arizona, and Arizona can catch them off guard.
Yeah, 2 of our first 6 games are at home.
Yeah.
That's not a good start. I mean, even if you go to week 9, we only have 3 home games by week 9. I think it's kind of a brutal schedule. The back end's kind of nice. You know, it has far we like strength of scheduling, but it's going to be tough. I think the 3.5 is a little bit low. If it was at 4.5, I'd be a little bit more iffy on trying to put any action on it. But I definitely could see 4 wins minimum out of this group. I'm not sure if I could see more than 5 or 6 out of this group, but who knows? It's optimism, start of a new season. And you know how the NFL can go. And surprisingly, this offense could be pretty legit with the weapons that we have, brother. We have quite a few weapons on the receiver end. We got the best tight end in football, arguably. You know, we got Jacoby. We got a new coach, new system. Do you see our offense this year being a little bit more spread out because of LaFleur's system? And we all know that Marvin's going to be playing the Puka role is going to be with Michael Wilson, and the Devontae role is going to be with Marvin Harrison. That's what the coach said. What do you see in this offense as far as, you're going to see it more spread around this year? What do you think?
Yeah, I think. Well, you bring in an offensive coach, you hope your offense is going to be better. They were 23rd in the NFL, averaging 20 points per game last year. I'm hoping their offense is better, and I have a feeling it will be. My concerns aren't going to be the offense, but I'll talk about it since you brought it up. Michael Wilson, yeah, he's going to be playing that Puka Nacua role. I think he's going to have a great year. That 1,000-yard receiving breakout he had last year, it's real. He's talented. When he came out of Stanford, I believe he was like a 3rd-round pick, definitely a day 3 pick. But he's an X factor, man, and I think just what you saw last year with him, it's just a glimpse of what's to come. He's a special player, and the Cardinals should definitely pay that guy. Trey McBride, like you said, he's the best tight end in the NFL, man. That was real. Jacoby came in. You know, Trey McBride had 1 touchdown weeks 1 through 5. Jacoby came in, he scored 10. So there's definitely chemistry between Trey McBride and Jacoby, and I just think, yeah, this offense is gonna roll, man. They brought in Jeremiah Love, spent the 3rd overall pick on him. They brought in Tyler Algier, deep running back room. They improved the offensive line. That offensive line just was in flux last year. They had 9 different starters play on that line. Is too much. They give up way too many sacks. So the offense should be better. My concern is on the defensive side of the ball.
What's your concerns with the defense in particular? What position group stands out the most as far as needing more help?
Yeah, I think definitely a defensive line. I'm concerned about. I thought they needed to come into this offseason, and you got to bring in another edge rusher. They lost Calais Campbell in free agency. He was responsible for 6.5 sacks. They let him go. He went to Baltimore. And then your highest sack guy is Josh Sweat. He had 12.5 last year. But he's on the pup right now, or he's not. Yeah, he's on the pup, I believe. Yeah.
He is. He
So
is.
it's like, what's gonna happen with him? And besides Josh Sweat, the next closest guy in sacks, they only had 1.5. So that's a huge difference. 12.5. He lost Calais Campbell 6.5. Next closest guy is 1. You're hoping Walter Nolan, the first round pick last year, takes this jump, but he wasn't healthy last year. So you're just putting a lot of pressure on these young guys to perform, and I just think like there's not a lot of depth. Last year, I thought they had a lot of depth. Jonathan Gannon was trying to build like Philadelphia's defense. When they come at you at waves, dude, there's wave 1, wave 2. It's like the defensive line was like a hockey line, and I think that's how you kind of have to play. You keep your guys fresh. They're ready to get after the passer. This year, I just don't think there's a lot of depth on that D line, and I think it's going to cost them.
Yeah, and injuries are already striking us. What, Proctor out for the year? He's
Yeah,
supposed to
I
be,
know, man.
and that's a big loss. I thought that was a great pickup for him. And then
Yeah, definitely underrated.
and then our young guys last year, Nolan, Robinson, correct as well. Correct.
Yeah,
got hurt. He showed flashes in a couple practices that he's been out to. But what would you say is our strength of our defense? What position group?
Man, I mean, I really like Mac Wilson. I think when he went down last year, that defense definitely missed them. There's definitely like a giant hole. So I think if there's guys you can't replace on that defense, it's Mac Wilson and Buda Baker. Like those guys are like the heart and soul. And you saw it last year, Mac Wilson went down and they just looked complete. They were starting to get blown out. The games weren't close anymore. So you can't lose those two. I think so. I guess the strength. I maybe linebacker. Because like the
Okay.
secondary, there's a lot of young guys, but
Mhm.
there's definitely potential there. So it could be the secondary too. I would go with one of those two groups.
Okay. Plus, we got the veteran. What's his? Help me out here. Help me out.
The
That came back
linebacker
from
or the
injury.
safety?
Scantling. Scantling. What's his name again?
Oh,
Help me
Sean
out. Hold on.
Bunting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed flash a couple years ago. He's been hurt, but yeah, our linebackers could be good. But you're right. We got young guys. So hopefully we don't be putting our defense on the field to a lot more than our offense. That would be a bad sign for sure. But Dan, do you play fantasy football?
Yeah. I mean, I used to be pretty good at it, but I don't know what it is. I think there's just too much information out there on Twitter that like everything gets blown up and like back. All right, so back in the day, I'll tell you a quick story. It was like around 2012, 2013. I used to use a website called Roto World. I don't know if you're
Mm-hmm.
familiar with that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But dude, I remember one summer I was just reading everything from like the reporters, and I just like wrote. I like took Matthew Berry's like top whatever rankings, and I went through every player, and I looked at like all the Roto World, and I was like, man, what are they saying about him? What are they saying about him? And I just remember reading that, and I was like, holy cow, I'm getting some good nuggets. Like it was like Antonio Brown's gonna be the #1 wide receiver. He looks great, best shape of his life, whatever. So I drafted Antonio Brown. He goes off. This was like 2013 when he blew up. It was like Deshaun Jackson, the Eagles with Chip Kelly, LaShawn McCoy. Moral of the story is it's so hard to find the edge now because all this
Yes.
stuff's on Twitter and these reporters put out something and it just blows up. So like a guy you're trying to get in like the fourth, fifth round, you can't do that anymore because you got to overdraft them. And I don't know, man. I've been in a slump in fantasy football, so I'm getting my teeth kicked in lately.
I stopped listening to these reporters a few years back just because most of the time it's just a distraction, and I also feel like I want to have my own original takes on stuff now, especially now that I comment on it and have a show that we do about it. Like I don't want to have the same take as somebody else, even though we may have the same take. I want mine to be original. I don't want to know what that person said. I mean, it's hard to avoid some of it. You see it in the feed, but for the most part, I don't watch sports news. I don't listen to people. I just can't.
Yeah, you got to see it with your own eyes, man. I think that's the
Yeah, you
best.
do.
You gotta see
And
what
you're
they
totally
look.
right. With the day in social media and like beat reporters and like radio hosts, that's kind of more like a little bit of a dying breed. It's all about this new up and coming the last few years with podcasts, local guys like fans like are serious about like their craft. Like you and I like became to actually started doing this, like talking about it. Like, and you're right. It's so mainstream. Once some info puts out there, everybody hears it. So there's like no edge. So what I was getting to here, once Michael Wilson turned to that Z position last year, or X. Was it X or Z? X.
Yeah, he said
X.
so.
X.
You're right. So it's just a
Once
different
he,
offense.
right.
Yeah.
Once he changed to that, he blew up. In your opinion, who is the better wide receiver, Michael Wilson or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
So are you saying like for fantasy? You're
Yeah,
asking?
yeah, in a fantasy
Okay.
lens.
Okay. If you're drafting fantasy this year, if Michael Wilson's going to be in the Puka Nacua role, you have to draft Michael Wilson over Marvin. It's just you see the totals. Last year, Puka had, I believe, 129 receptions. Let
Something
me pull
crazy.
this up.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, he went off. If he gets like 30 points per game in fantasy, like that could be Michael Wilson. And you saw there was glimpses towards the end of the season for Arizona. There was stats out there saying like Michael Wilson's the first receiver to do X, Y, and Z since Puka Nacua. Like he was
Yep.
breaking all Puka's records. So it's proven that he could do it. He's a guy. Like I said earlier, like it wasn't a mirage what he did last year. Like he's a talented player. He just got to stay healthy, and if he does, I think he's gonna flourish in the system.
Is Marvin Harrison a bust
Yes.
Uh,
I'll answer that for you.
so far?
My big thing with Marv is he's got to stay healthy, especially after last year. The best ability, there's a saying, the best ability is availability. So you hope that like he had a concussion last year, he had appendicitis, he was dealing with like a foot heel issue. You just hope he's okay, man. Like you spent premium draft capital on this guy, and he hasn't so far lived up to the hype. You know, a lot of people or a lot of fans are upset with him, but it just in my opinion, he's got to stay healthy, and hopefully he can jump. So last year, to bring it back to last season, it was a make or break year for Kyler Murray. This year, fast forward, it's a make or break season for Marv.
Yeah.
This is it right now. If Mike LaFleur can't unlock him with his offense, like who will? You know. So we're gonna see how much trust LaFleur puts in Marvin. He's talked a lot. He's hyped him up this year along with the other guys. So we're gonna see. I just my big thing is you can't count out a guy that's what 23, 24 years old. He's got good bloodlines. Everything these guys like Larry Fitzgerald talks about Marvin. He's like, man, he's always in the building. He's working hard. Monty Fort loves him. Always talks him up. You want to see the what actions speak louder than words. You want to see it. So I think this year just don't count him out, man. I think it's still early in his career. He's still young, and as long as he stays healthy, he should have a good season.
Is there any receiver, non Michael Wilson, non Marvin Harrison Jr., that to keep an eye on? Maybe not just from a fantasy football lens, but just in general.
Yeah, I think Kendrick Bourne. He obviously I was there on Sunday at training camp. I think he looked pretty good. They gave him a nice little contract. I think it was 2 years.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's got familiarity with the system. He's there to teach the other guys, the routes and the tendencies, and like, hey, when he calls this, look for this coverage, this and that. He's a veteran, and he looked pretty good the other day. So look out for Kendrick Bourne.
I like that signing. I did like that sign. Quite, like Incognito. The guy just performs when he's healthy. He's just healthy, and he's proven. And we need a kind of like that type of other position besides the big receiver that we have in our first two. Let's go into the running back room. One of the deepest in the NFL. Last year, we had guys that just got injured and injured and injured. Yes, high draft capital this year in Jeremiah Love with the third pick overall. We couldn't move back, even though that was the word of what they're trying to do. Talk about the running back room. How do you think it's going to play out? Do you see a cut, maybe a trade coming with Connor, Algier, and just that group in general? How do you see it playing out? And it's a good thing to have depth, correct?
Yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, like, are you happy they drafted Jeremiah Love third? Like, are you guys in that boat that you're like, hey,
I,
I'm happy they took him, or did you
I
did
would have
you want
wanted to
somebody
trade
else?
it back. I wanted to trade it
Yeah.
back. I know they're trying to do that, but I mean, it's high for a freaking running back. But yeah, I am happy. In my opinion, he was the best player in the draft. I still would have wanted to trade back. That's a lot of money to lock up in a running back, But what about you?
Yeah, I just think so. My thing is like I said earlier, the edge rushers. Like I really wish they addressed the edge rushers. They like last year, there were so many games I thought they were in it. The Arizona was in it, and they just needed a guy on defense to make a stop. And like I want to bring back to the Cowboys game. Remember the Cowboys game last year? That they beat the Cowboys Monday Night Football. The whole world was watching. There was a point in that game that it was like, oh, here we go again. The Cardinals are gonna blow it. And And you know who stepped up was the rookies. Walter Nolan, no one was healthy. The Cowboys were driving. They're gonna make this a game, a one-score game. Walter Nolan had a huge sack. 2 plays later, forced fumble by Will Johnson and Cody Simon. Okay? The rookie stepped up. I just think, like, there was the defense needs more ammo. It needs more reinforcements because last year, if they had, like, one more guy, one more okay, they're not gonna draft a running back, and then they draft a running back third. It's just you're spending a lot of resources in the running back room when this isn't like it's a luxury pick, and that's why these people say it. Jeremiah Love's a good player, but it's like when you have different needs to address. You're gonna need a right tackle, right? You need you need edge rushers. You could add another defensive back, whatever, in free agency. Like instead of spending all that money on 2 running backs, like use that resources somewhere else. Like that's where I'm at with it. But,
Do you
like,
think
it's a
do you
deep running back room.
do you think they play their cards wrong as far as how that went with
It's just
trying the running backs and then not to be able
I
to
don't know.
trade back?
Like, just here's the thing. Like, I don't know, you guys play Madden? You go play video games?
Used
Go
to.
like, go play Madden. You're gonna play and you'll be like, "Wow, like, I can't get a stop on defense. No one can get after these guys. We don't have a right tackle. Like, I'm getting sacked every time I get dropped back." Like, it's just one of those things, like, it doesn't sit well. It kinda bothers me. Like, it's like, man, you got Tyler Algier and then you re-sign James Conner. It's two workhorses, and then you draft Jeremiah Love. It's like, man, I wish you would have used the free agency money somewhere else if you're gonna
Yeah.
spend the third overall pick on Jeremiah Love. That's what so it's like, to me, it kinda, like, makes the season a wash now, you know? It's like, man, you coulda used that money somewhere else. You can't rewind it, and the thing is, like, I don't know if you realize it, the coaches, they don't evaluate the draft until it gets closer, like, free agency's before the draft, so they evaluate the free agency guys, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna build a team." Then they evaluate the draft, and they're like, "Oh, shit, there's a premium running back right here, like, why did we sign these guys?" So, it just seems like the Cardinals kinda, like they, like, butt heads, they're like, "Oh, shit, why do we do that?" That's to me, that's what I think would happen, but it is what it is, man. They got a deep running back room, and I think one of those guys will probably get traded because I think this season is gonna be a two-headed monster. It's gonna be Love and Algira, and just think about it last year with the Rams. They had Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, and I think that's what LaFleur is gonna do with those 2 guys. So I think those 2 are gonna play a lot.
What would who would you would have drafted the third pick overall? What would Dan Loya would have drafted if he was going?
So if it's I would just thinking about it, thank you. I would have drafted Ruben Bain because they needed an edge. Like Calais Campbell left in free agency, Dalvin Tomlinson's gone. You had a guy get 12.5 sacks, and next closest guy 1 sack. You need production, you needed a guy, you needed a difference maker. I just think Ruben Bain was the guy. You needed an edge, and I don't know if you've been hearing, but the things about Ruben Bain out of Bucks camp have been great so far. I know they're worried about the arm length or, whatever, the wingspan. It's all right. You put on the tape, he's a beast, dude. He's a different animal. You saw him in the national championship game. You saw him throughout the college football playoff, man. Like that dude's motor. He just loves ball, and it is what it is, man. It's Jeremiah Love's a good player too, so we'll see where it goes.
Were you happy with the head coaching staff that we brought in this offseason?
Uh, yeah, I think so. When you're a young coach, you got to like you're only as good as your staff. Like I thought Jonathan Gannon, like I don't know if you remember, but when he got hired, like he brought in all these young guys, and I just thought that was kind of his demise. So I like how Lafleur he brought in Nathaniel Hackett, and I know like people on the internet are kind of worried about that, but he's got so many years of NFL experience, and he was a head coach. So whenever you can bring a guy that was a head coach in the past, I think it only helps you, and that should help him, especially when he's trying to install his offense because it's not going to be easy. So I'm happy he did that. He's got a former quarterback, Matt Schaub, and then he brought back the defense coordinator, who's got I know he's been saying like good chemistry with the guys. So we'll see where it goes.
What do you? I know we talked about a few minutes ago. How many wins do you see them winning this year? How many games?
I think it'd be more like right now. I think 3.5 is pretty low, and I think it's just the
Can you
national
pull the
media.
schedule back up, Haywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the national media kind of worried about the Cardinals.
I'm curious who the 4 or 5 wins are going to be.
Okay.
Is that
hold
the
up.
schedule, Haywood? No.
A schedule? My bad.
Yeah,
I'll pull
yeah,
it up right now. Go ahead.
Because I was looking at your schedule here, and I mean, geez, it is tough. I mean, look at 1, 2,
brutal.
your first 6 games there. I mean, that's 1 and 5 probably in the 6. Maybe you get the win at New York, like you said, Seattle. I think maybe they could shock it at the home opener if Seattle wins game 1. I think that's a really good take. But I mean, geez, even after that, you got the Rams, the Broncos, the Cowboys, Seattle again, the Rams again,
Kansas
City, the Redskins, Philly, the Jets. I mean, I see, maybe the Jets a win, maybe New Orleans. Scroll down. I think there was one after New Orleans I saw that I thought maybe was a win too.
Yeah,
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, I think that's going to be tough for them to get 4. Maybe they're right on with this 3.5. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I see 4. I can pencil in 4 right now.
And who are the 4? Raiders.
So Detroit. I circle this Detroit game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's my reasoning. Who's the offense coordinator for Detroit?
That's right. Our ex-OC.
Drew Petzing. My reason why I bring this up is Nick Rallis and Drew Petzing have gone together for what, 3 seasons?
3.
He knows what he does. He knows what he runs. And I know the Lions are hyped right now, but it's just whenever you have I don't know, familiarity with the system of what somebody runs, I think you can shock somebody. So that's a home game too, right? Or are they in
Yes.
Detroit?
Yes, that's a home game.
Okay, it's a home game. I circle that game. Another game is Dallas. Dude, it's a weird thing that the Cardinals always beat the Cowboys.
We always do.
Dude, it doesn't matter what. The Cardinals can win 2 games. It's just for some reason they always beat Dallas. So they are 4-0 the last 4 times they've met the Cowboys. Cardinals got a 4-game winning streak against Dallas. Something weird about that game. And then obviously to end the year, they could win after their bye week. They could win 3 of those 4. The Saints is going to be a tough game. New Orleans is going to be a tough game. They're very underrated. But you look at the Jets, the Raiders, obviously I love them, but I don't know what they're going to be like in January. Who knows? And then San Francisco. The past couple of seasons, the Cardinals have been played the San Francisco tough. It seems like they're always in a 1-score game.
Always.
And I just think Nick Rallis versus Kyle Shanahan, he kind of gives him fits with his defensive line and his run schemes and his run fits. So I think that's going to be a close game, especially a divisional matchup. So I think they could win 3 of those 4 at the end, and then I see before their bye week, I see 2, and then but like even the Chiefs. I know it's a tough game at Arrowhead, but it's Mahomes. Is he going to be okay? I know he's practicing, but you just don't know. And the Chiefs weren't that good that last year. They were not a good football team. So
and playing down to their competition, that could be a sleeper game too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I forget who the Chiefs. I looked at it, but the Chiefs play somebody after the Cardinals, so it's just a typical trap game. The Chiefs have a big game week 12. I don't know if they play the Bills. They play somebody.
It's a big game. You're right. I think it's a primetime game too. The week before. You're right. So I went through week by week just before the recording here. We are underdogs in every game.
Yeah,
well, that makes sense.
Every week. This week.
Not
one game.
It should be because the Cardinals haven't proved anything.
Right.
That's okay. And I don't know what these spreads are, but I know you guys like to bet. I think the Cardinals are going to be definitely whatever game they're in, bet the over. This is definitely a team you do not want to bet the under on. I think you're going to see throughout the season, you're going to see a lot of totals like 50.5, 51.5, 52.5, 53.5.
Points.
The Cardinals, I think, like I said, they're going to put up points, and they're not going to be able to stop anybody. They're going to be entertaining at least, and it's going to be shootouts, man. It's going to be shootouts for Arizona this year.
I agree. I think
that's over on totals.
I agree. I think we could be a top 10 offense by the end of the year because how many shootouts and potentially like what it's going to be like a lot of high totals, like you said. You talked about Kyler. I want to talk to you about him a little bit. You mentioned if there's a coach that can change Marvin Harrison Jr., it's the one we got here. Now, talking about what's in Minnesota, if there's a coach and a system that can turn around for Kyler, it's up there with O'Connell and all the studs that he's got. Do you see him bouncing back? Does he have it to be a starting legit quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, dude. The thing of yeah, man, he's got talent. He's got talent. He went first overall for a reason. Like he got drafted top 5 in baseball. Like he's an athlete, dude.
That's crazy.
He can do it all, man. And it's just like I think that's what the frustrating part is because like obviously I never talked to Kyler or anything, but like it's just kind of just the way he kind of like walks around and I don't know. He gives off like I don't know what's the word. Like
It's
I
a
don't know.
weird vibe. He
Yeah,
does.
it just
Especially
looks
the
bad. Like
fans. Especially the
yeah,
fans.
yeah. So like, say he throws a pick and like he doesn't go over to his guy and say, hey, that's my bad, Or there's like
Right.
Andrew Whitworth last year, like he brought up like what like that's a bad leader, like call him bad leader, this and that. So he gets a bad rap. I guess what I'm trying to say. Um. So yeah, like I think that the Vikings have a really good defense, and as long as Kyler, doesn't make mistakes, if he follows the progressive system, he should be okay. Like I know, like Kyler Murray's being circled as like the next Sam Darnold. Like he can go to the Super Bowl. It could happen, but I just don't think it'd be because of him. I think he's gonna have to rely on that defense because that defense was pretty good last year. The Vikings did not have a quarterback. Like JJ was playing bad, and the Vikings were winning games like 16-3,
Right.
13-3. That defense was rolling. So with Brian Flores, I think the Vikings are going to rely on their defense. Like just they're a defensive team. It's a tough place to play in Minnesota. It's so loud there. It's definitely home field advantage. Man, like it just depends. Like if Kyler can stay in the pocket and make his reads, and it just seemed like Kyler, like he sees that read and then he bounces out and starts scrambling.
You're totally right. I don't
He's gotta
see
read the field.
I don't see him reading. Like my problem with him, I was a huge fan of him. Love the talent. The guy could be the best player in the league if he wanted to. Mentally, I just don't know if he has it. He doesn't go through every progression. He takes off a little bit too early. He tries to play hero ball sometimes, and the guy has it. Like physically, like when he throws a pick, like you said, going over to the teammates, saying, just being accountable, saying my bad, or you could have done this, or not looking, at the tape right after he didn't made a mistake. I don't ever see that. I don't see him being a rah guy on the sideline, like just coaching people up or trying to bring people together. You're right. His vibe's just different. It's just different because the guy he could be the most electric player in the league if he was on the field and just had it right mentally. He just if there's a system that will fix him, it's going to be this
I think
year.
that's what the frustrating part is. Like we all see it. Like you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see it. Like you're like you see this guy throw and run. You're like, wow, he's talented. And then it seems like he can't put it all together. And that's what like the frustrating part is. So you never know. Like everybody needs a change of scenery. Maybe something unlocks and he falls in love with the game again or something. You never know. And I'm excited to see what happens this year, man. It's gonna be fun for them.
How many practices have you been to so far this year?
Training camp, just the one on Sunday.
Okay. I want to pull something up, Stoop. I want to pull up the rest of the schedule for the training camp. We got practice today at 4. This is Tuesday on the recording, and tomorrow as well. I'll be at today and tomorrow's practice. You going today, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out there. We'll see what my other work stuff does, but yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot out there.
You'll be in your normal 138, 137 section like me.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's the spot. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. Sorry. Let the cat loose. But our schedule training camp's out. It's a great way of meeting and connected. And for all you fans out there that have never been to a practice, it's freaking cool. Take the family, get the kids. They got concessions open. They got have team shops open. It's very intimate. They got stuff for the kids there too. So looking forward to hopefully seeing you later today. So you traveled. You've been with Blitz. You traveled with the boys to the Super Bowl. Are you guys doing anything for the Hall of Fame game coming up with our boy Larry Fitzgerald getting introduced?
No, we're not traveling to Canton. Actually, a few of the guys were just at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton.
I love it. That's where I should be.
Yeah, they were there networking and trying to grow the brand. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're not going there for the Hall of Fame game.
Okay, excited about the Hall of Fame weekend for our man Larry. That's going to be a great class that he's going in with.
Yeah, it definitely is, and it's just guys I grew up watching, and now they're in the Hall of Fame. It's kind of crazy and makes me feel kind of old. But yeah, dude, Larry was a dog, and he deserved it, and I'm happy. There was no funny business, and he got in right away because he was one of the best players to watch, and he played for what 20 plus years, and what was it 17, 20 years in one team?
17 years,
Okay,
17.
yeah,
Where would you rank him
guys.
on the all-time greats? Where would you put him on receiver rankings for all time?
He's up there. Like number one for me is Jerry Rice. He's
Yep.
obviously the best ever, but he's got to be what top five, right?
Yeah, I have him at 2. The only reason I have him at 2 is I'm a little biased, but those 5 years he had 23 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's what I'm
know,
saying. Like I'm
like
happy he
no
got in. There
names.
wasn't. Yeah, there
Like
wasn't any like, oh, he didn't do this or he didn't win Super Bowls or
right,
playoff games. Like you remember the 2008 playoffs, man? He went on a tear and I don't
best
like
run
3
and
of his players
receivers
liked him.
ever had.
Yeah, so it's
Uh,
yeah, he's well deserving.
What do you have?
Definitely all.
36 catches, 547 yards, what 8 touchdowns. That was off the chain. Man,
Went
if
off.
he had a quarterback those 5 years like that he didn't, he might be in the Jerry Rice stat categories.
He could be, man. He's definitely a special guy, and what made him even better is he was good off the field too, and you never heard a
Yeah.
bad thing
Yeah.
about him. Did so much for
You
the
ever,
community, and he always seemed like a nice guy. So,
you ever had the pleasure of meeting him?
no, I think the closest I got to him. Oh man, did I see him at the Super Bowl? I don't know if I walked by him, but I just remember I went to the Kyler Murray thing, the celebrity softball game last year, and I saw him there, and I was like, I was like, oh crap, there's Larry Fitzgerald. He's like three rows in front of me, so that was pretty cool.
Great human, man. I've had the privilege of talking to him maybe 6 or 7 times over my life, and he's awesome. He's a good
Hey,
guy.
did you shake his hand? Did you shake his hand?
Shake his hand. I got like a
Alright.
bunch of autographs. He's got 2 different
Good.
styles of autographs. I shook his hands. His hands were freaking
Yeah,
soft
that's what
as
I'm saying.
heck, like soft,
The big
like and huge. By the way, the best hands
that's
ever.
awesome.
You know what
That's
was the
awesome.
stat we saw? And we all know Snoop. He had more what drops than
Then he had less drops than tackles or something like that, wasn't it?
he had more tackles than drops.
Yeah.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
That's freaking nuts, man. All right, so I know we're talking Cardinals, but your team's the Raiders, and I always ask my guests this. I know it's a little off subject. Who is your Raiders' favorite player of all time and your Mount Rushmore of Raiders players?
Man, Mount Rushmore Raiders players. Favorite Raider of all time. Man, like I love Charles Woodson, Hall of Famer as well. He's probably one of my guys.
Go blue.
Jerry Rice, obviously. I met Jerry Rice at a fan expo back in Chicago one time, and it was, dude, he was so cool, and like he was talking to me and my parents for, it felt like 5-10 minutes. He was so nice. So yeah,
Whoa.
he's definitely on Mount Rushmore of players. Man, Khalil Mack was freaking awesome. He like watching him get drafted. He went to the MAC conference, a little small conference. No one thought he was going to be anything, and he defensive player of the year, and
He was
he
so
was amazing
badass.
to watch. Um, and then I would probably say Max Crosby because I mean these are people I grew up watching. So obviously I'm going to pick guys I grew up watching and root for. So those are probably my 4.
I have 2 questions now. Max Crosby do you see him being traded before the deadline?
Of this year, it really depends on how the Raiders are doing. And obviously, they sent him off for 2 first-round picks to Baltimore. Baltimore backed out, did a little fishy thing. Got Trey Henderson the next day. You know, nothing to see here. Yeah, that was
Right. A little
didn't
shady.
sit well with me. Yeah, didn't
All
sit
right.
well with me. But
And
Max is a Raider, and Max is a Raider. He said he wants to be a Raider for life. All these guys I talked to say,
that was after the trade, right? That he said that?
yeah,
That was
it was
the
like right.
Baltimore?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, I'm listening," and he's a big like he believes in like the football gods, and he doesn't want to piss them off. So he's like, and I don't blame him. And he said like I'm listening to those guys, and I'm gonna follow my gut, and I want to be a Raider for life. So I'm going to take him at his word. All these insiders are saying the same thing. I think what happens is it just depends on how good the Raiders are. We don't know what they're going to be like the first couple of weeks, and if they struggle, maybe they send them off. But it's like it's a very fluid situation. You're going with the flow, and I know there's rumors now about the Raiders trading for Vita Vea. I know he said that he would like to play for Las Vegas or a California team. So we'll see if the Raiders trade for Vea. They're not going to trade Crosby, and they're going to go for it. But it's still early. They just opened training camp today, so it's a very fluid situation, like I said, and we'll see what happens.
My second question was going to be: are you from Illinois?
Yeah. I grew up in
And you're
Chicago.
not a Bears fan.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this is where we have to end the podcast. No. I'm a Bears
you're
fan.
a Bears fan.
Oh yeah,
All right.
I'm from Chicago, and I'm a diehard Bears fan. And I'm just curious, how do you escape Illinois without becoming a Bear fan?
Just it's family. My
Your
my
dad's a
dad
Bears fan, though, isn't he?
No, my dad's a Raiders fan. So
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that explains it then.
Okay.
Yeah, he made me a Raiders fan, and the story is as soon as I came out of my mom, he put a Raiders jersey on me. So that was the end of that. So yeah, it's I always loved the silver and black man, and yeah, it was tough growing up in Chicago being a Raiders fan because growing up we sucked, and I think the lowest point was when living there and the Raiders traded Khalil Mack to the Bears, and
Oh
that was
yeah.
like the lowest point for me. And the thing that made me upset was these Bears fans didn't know who Khalil Mack was, and I was like, "Guys, have you because it's just a West Coast thing, dude." I
Yeah.
was like, "Khalil Mack's a stud. Are you kidding me?" And then the first game, he had like 2 sacks, strip sacked Aaron Rodgers, and like the Bears went 12-4, went to the playoffs, and it was just, dude, it really broke my heart. It really did. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not a Bears fan. I'm a Cubs fan though. I don't know if you like baseball. I like
All right. I can dig it.
yeah.
I can dig
I
it.
love the Cubbies, man. So yeah, that's my baseball team.
Well, I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I was a big Bo Jackson fan.
All right.
So I wish his career would have been a little longer in football than it was.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's sad how it ended. And
yeah, because I mean, he would definitely be on the Mount Rushmore. I feel like if he, would have kept playing.
And that's the thing. I didn't grow up watching him, so that's like I hear stories about it, and yeah, I see all these highlights, and he was amazing, and like just the older guys. I think my Mount Rushmore is just people I grew up watching. I got to see with my own eyes.
I'm huge on Genty this year for your Raiders. Kubiak, I love. You signed a great center. Who's going to be starting under center for week 1?
My guess is I think they're going to go Fernando. What they're saying right now is Kirk. And I think it's just obviously I could be wrong, but I think they're just they're slow playing this because I just put it in perspective of what they're trying to do. Like if you come out and say, "Hey, Fernando's going to start," and you put all this pressure on him, and then he doesn't look good or something happens, and then you got to bench him for Kirk. Like it's tough on the kid. He's tough on a rookie. He's still a rookie, man, and there's already so much pressure on him, and he's supposed to be the savior of the franchise and this and that. I just think it's easier to do when you're just say, "Hey, Kirk's the starter. We're gonna go with him, and we'll see what happens." But I would say it's definitely competition, and the competition for those two guys start today at training camp, and we're gonna see who's the better player in a couple weeks. What, 6 weeks, 5 weeks here, and we'll see what happens. But I think week 1, I think the Raiders start Fernando.
Yeah, we got 45 days till kickoff.
Crazy. See,
Yeah,
man, it's flying by, man. It's flying.
That is wild, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, Dan, appreciate you coming on, brother. I hope you had fun coming on with Snoop and I. This will be released Thursday night. This is Tuesday, so hopefully I see you out at camp today or tomorrow. Go, all the people at home, if you want to follow anything NFL-wise, go drop our guy a follow and follow him over at Blitz Sports Media. Snoop, any final words for our awesome guests today?
I have a question for you, though. Do you think Kyler Murray will play baseball for the Las Vegas Athletics?
Dude, all right. So my tinfoil hat came on when this whole thing was the whole Kyler and the Cardinals. This whole situation, because I was like, man, what happens if he walked and then he went to go play baseball for the A's? That'd be kind of funny.
They still own his rights.
So what's his contract? How many years has he got left?
I think he has 1 year left underneath the A's rights. And I'm not sure if you saw this, but a few times in the offseason, Kyler posted videos of him hitting in batting cages and pulled the video down. That's crazy,
All right,
but I think it's
I'm
1
trying
year
to
left.
check real quick.
Yeah, I feel like this is a make it break it year for him again. In Minnesota, if he doesn't make it, I could very easily see him going to Vegas, because listen, the A's going to Las Vegas, he can go there and be the star of the team. He'll be the face on the billboard of the team if he goes there, which is what he wants. That's all he really cares about, anyways, is being the man.
That would be crazy if that happened.
What'd you say, Dan?
All right, my thing is, obviously what I've learned is you never say never. That's what I learned. So it would be crazy if it happened, and you never know. I mean, he's still young, and he could do it. He could do it, and it'd be very entertaining to watch, and it'd be a cool story. So I would say never say never, because they're moving to Vegas, man. They're gonna have a cool stadium. It's gonna be a sight to see for them, man.
Yeah. It will be exciting to see it happen, if it does happen. I just, it's hard to pull for a guy like Kyler, just based on how his, personality is. It's hard to like the guy. I don't wish bad upon anybody, but and he's like you guys were saying, he's a great player. He's got all the physical talent in the world, but he's just a head case. I mean, Heywoods and our other friend, they met him at a casino, and he was just a complete asshole to these guys.
It was the Atlanta game, his rookie year. Talking stick. Went to the game. We sat at the high limit area, blackjack. He sits right next to us at the table. Didn't know how to play blackjack. We sat next to him. He was a complete kind of a douchebag to us, like just not even knowing how to play the game. And we were very respectful. Yeah, to fans, and like you sat next to fans. Why don't you go get your own area away from people? Like if you're gonna come and be in the area of fans, at least be social and not rude, But we had to show the guy how to play blackjack, brother. That's another thing.
Hey, did he tip you? Did he give you a little change?
He tipped $20. He tipped $20. Yes, and he was staying on a soft 16 with 500 a hand on the table. Not cool. Not cool.
He plays blackjack like he plays football.
Yeah, his family was with him. His girl was with him. His agent was even more of a douche. His agent was actually really bad.
Yeah, he was
really bad.
He was young. Dude, he's a polarizing guy, and he's like, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean, and there's no fault to that. But
right,
I try to stay out of it and just try to focus on what he is as a player. Just try to watch the tape, see what I see.
Yeah. Oh, but you have to look at the off the field stuff as well, because like if he gets all wrapped up in Call of Duty again, his head's not in the game.
Everybody thinks it's an inside joke, but he actually plays it pretty freaking hard, and there's a reason why it came up in the public scene.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird, and he's never going to get away from that. I mean, there's
ever.
DeAndre Ayton is the same way. For basketball, DeAndre Ayton is the same.
Call of Duty is a great game. I mean, I don't fault him for playing Call of Duty. I mean, I used to play it a lot. It's a good game. And,
right. I don't have it here, but damn, pull up his record as an NFL quarterback prior to Call of Duty and after Call of Duty. It's a telling fact.
Hey, I know. I was kind of worried because running that sleeper Cardinals account, he went off on the main. Like, there's different people that run these accounts.
Oh, I remember. I remember
like the sleeper account, and I'm like, man, this guy's gonna think it's me, and I'm like, that wasn't me.
That's right. Last camp.
It wasn't me. Yeah, it was. No, this was.
Was the last camp a couple years ago? Excuse me.
No, it was. Yeah, he said some bad things about sleeper, and then I was like, oh shit, what did I sign up for? I was like, I didn't realize this.
So I just pulled up Kyler Murray's viral internet statistics show a noticeable performance drop during Call of Duty Double XP or game release weekends, going from an 18-16-1 record down to a 4-7 record during specific promotional windows.
Huh.
I can't believe there's a real thing about
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
I think all right. My theory is that these teams, because you remember the Cardinals one year, they started off like what 10-0 or what Cliff? What year was that when they started off
Nine
like
and one.
9-1?
Yep.
And like their offense didn't change, dude. They're running the same stuff, and teams were starting to like put guys at where these routes were, and they just started learning their tendencies. So I just think like he has trouble kind of adapting, and I don't think it has nothing to do with Call of Duty, but there's definitely some numbers about it. Hey, you can believe what you believe, but it's definitely I mean, hey, it's definitely out there, but I think it just has to do with the scheme and evolving, and obviously, like, Cliff was his guy, and Cliff loved him, and then that was a bad little, like, breakup they had, and so, yeah, man, it's tough with Kyler, and I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Are you guys betting the old overs on, Vikings totals this year or what?
No, not me.
Maybe. Probably unders. Right,
Unders?
right? Unders.
Are you guys root for him? You gonna root for the guy?
I'll root for him. I hope he changes it around. You know, the guy's got the talent, but I don't know. He spent 7 years here. I kind of got enough of what he's really about.
He plays for a division rival for me, so no.
Yeah, for him, so he
I'm
can't.
not,
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for him at all. I hope he goes 0-17. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Hey,
good
hey,
point.
yeah. Hey, your Bears are gonna be pretty good this year.
Yes.
I hope so. I'm concerned about Kyler Gordon is my main concern right now. Who else just came on? Oh, Ozzy Trapillo's on the list again. Like that guy can't seem to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I'd like to see Kyler Gordon come back fully healthy, and then I'd be real excited. So
All right, what's your take on Caleb? Do you like him or?
I love him. I love
Okay.
him. I'm kind of bummed that he didn't hit 4,000 yards last year. He'll be the first Bear in history to hit 4,000 yards, which I'm pretty sure he will hit this year. And you look at his overall, his interceptions are real low. But, I mean, the guys just looked great last year. I think, there was a couple sketchy plays, that turned out great for us. But I mean, if we can avoid some of those situations this year, I think we'll be great.
Yeah, I think yeah, I'm happy you believe in Caleb because I know some of my friends back home they're kind of a little skeptical and
Well, the guy wears
I
nail
don't know.
polish, and you go to a place like Chicago. That's like those are hard-working men that want manly
Blue
football, and then
collar,
you
blue
and then you
collar.
bring in this guy that wears nail polish. Of course, they're gonna, you know,
Yeah, but
I'm very, I'm
it's,
very high up.
you got to win one for the Grabowskis, which you probably are too young to understand that statement. But during the '85 run to the Super Bowl, that was like the big thing. They would say, "Win one for the Grabowskis," which is like the blue-collar worker of that area.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Big things coming for your Bears this year, Snoop.
I hope so.
Big things coming. One of my, I have Caleb is like on my list. I have him at number 4 quarterback in fantasy right now on my list, but I'm a lot higher on him than most people. And one of my sleeper MVP picks is Caleb at 25-1.
yeah, it's good. He should be up there, and I think he's only going to get better. And he's like one of those guys like it's hard to defend against him, and the only
Yeah.
like Mahomes is like another guy that like when he's on the field, it's like I don't know how to stop him. Like and
Yeah.
these defenses don't know either, and the best way to stop him is to keep him off the field. And I think Caleb's going to only keep
Second
Caleb
year
off
in
the
Ben
field.
Johnson's offense, and his rushing ceiling could be really released. If he rushes for 700 plus yards, the ceiling is the limit for this guy. He could throw for 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns. This guy's ceiling's off the chain.
Yeah, dude, we haven't seen the best of him. Yeah,
I'm excited to see the Luther Burden progression as well. He was such a stud last year as a rookie, and I mean, I think we have a really strong. The whole offensive unit is pretty strong. I
yeah.
mean,
And here, because I just came up to me is the Bears would be a great team for a guy like James Conner. I was going to bring that up earlier too.
Okay.
I think they could add another veteran running back. I think he'd be a
Sure.
good fit.
yeah, and I mean that is a great running back room too. You know, I have high hopes to see what Manungai does too.
Yeah, 7th round pick, and then you got Swift, and
Yep.
yeah, I think they had Britton Brown. I think I was looking, but yeah, I think yeah, dude, they got a good team, man. They got a good team, and I'm a big believer in Ben Johnson. he's one of these young masterminds that are.
Oh, I should have worn my shirt today. In Ben We Trust.
Yeah, dude. You guys are gonna be okay.
Hey Dan, you just triggered a thought. If we're 1-6, 2-6, like we think we might start out, do you see the Cardinals maybe shipping off any of our players, maybe like a Buda Baker or aging veterans, as you said, James Conner?
Man, what's I gotta look at Buda's contract. Like I know somebody predicted it. I don't know if they'll trade Buda, but I think they might trade James. Like I have a feeling they might trade James. They might even trade Josh Sweat. We're gonna see what happens here. I think it's a little fishy, and I know I was talking to some people about Josh Sweat, and it was close with the Green Bay. It was really close.
Really?
Yeah, it was really close, and like they hit a snag, and then talks kind of helped. So I don't know what's going on here. Like Josh Sweat said was like, "Oh yeah, I'm like nothing to worry about here," but then he opens up camp on this injured list, and it's like, "All right, what's going on here?" So
I heard
I
it's
don't know, man.
could be maintenance or just contract things behind the scenes.
If there's one thing that would solve all these trade issues is if you give the guy a boatload of money and be like, "Hey, I love this place," and look at Miles Garrett. He was like, "Hey, I want to be traded from Cleveland." Cleveland's like, "Oh no, we'll give you 40-something million a year," and he's like, "Okay, I love this place. 23 sacks." So yeah, it's just you could give him money. It could be guarantees. It could be anything. But Josh Sweat could be a guy which could get traded. James Conner could get traded. I don't know about Buda. I really don't know, but I just think those two guys I think are more realistic to get traded.
Well, I really hey, thank you so much for even stretching your time. I tried cutting out a little earlier at the 45-minute mark, but we can continue talking. Thanks again for your time. Snoop, final thoughts for Dan before we sign off?
No, I just thank you for being here today and talking to us about some football. And it's a pleasure to meet you. And look forward to talking to you again, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. It was a good time. Good time talking ball with the boys.
Definitely. Glad you had fun, brother. Maybe we can get you back on during the season. Go check out all of Dan's great work. We dropped all of the socials. Now back to the show. Thank you so very much, Dan. Hang out for 1 minute. Flex, where you at? Flex.
Oh man. So yeah. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I appealed our Facebook removal for tonight, so I apologize to our Facebook viewers for tonight's episode being removed. We'll get to the bottom of it and then get a recording posted for y'all. And it's just stupid, man. They don't even tell me the reason.
I saw it was streaming, so some issues with it, huh? Fucking Facebook.
Well, they removed the whole video. They removed it for copyright. They removed it for copyright, but don't tell me what it was. So it was either a video or some audio that we played, and they removed it. But they didn't tell me what it was. Not like YouTube where they tell you, "Hey, it was this song that got you flags," So I appealed it. I emailed them. They emailed me. So we'll see what happens.
Welcome back, Snoop. Let's have a cheers. Sounds like you could use one.
Cheers.
What's up, brother? Is that Tank?
Oh, you can hear his fat ass.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I hope everybody at home enjoyed the conversation we had with Dan. It was pretty cool. Snoop, for real, one thing I love about what we do is just getting to know and talk to people. Chop it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So that was fun, man.
Yep. Hey, before we get too far into whatever it is you got, I want to bring up something that I saw during the interview. And did you know J.R. Smith is headlining the Poly Market Classic golf thing?
What? Golf? Well,
okay. So shout out to Max Markham for posting this. I always thought J.R. Smith would take it easy after retirement, maybe open a dispensary. Never did I expect him to join North Carolina A&T's golf team, maintain a 4.0 GPA, and headline the Poly Market Classic. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Huh. Is this the
So,
same guy that LeBron got mad at in the finals?
well, yeah, he had that silly. What did he do? He called a timeout or something, and it messed up the whole play.
He didn't know how many timeouts they had left or something like that. I don't remember this.
Right? Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, it is real quick. Fabian, you're right. Deebo Samuel signed a 1-year deal to return back to the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes. All right, Snoop. Last segment. I got a little bit of Suns, but mostly Arizona sports history. You lead us off. What do you got?
I got nothing. I got one little thing that will save for the end. So it's your show, buddy. Go for it.
Let's see.
I got one little wrestling thing we'll save for the end. Because you know how much I love wrestling.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Nothing sexier than fat guys in spandex. Clip it.
All right, let's shoot. Let's get right into it, Snoop. I got it pulled up. Got a picture of our former quarterback Kyler Murray on this day in Arizona sports history, back on July 29th, 2022. 4 days after Kyler Murray's contract extension was signed, it was revealed that there was a homework clause requiring 4 hours of independent study every week. One day after Murray held a PC. And that doesn't make any sense. But basically, in a nutshell, on this day in history, it was revealed that Kyler Murray's homework clause, because he doesn't study too much, was actually made public.
Maybe if they put the playbook into a PlayStation game.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Like, put the real playbook in Madden while he plays.
Right? Yeah. Give him like a custom version of Madden.
And let me remind everybody at home, have you guys ever heard of any player in any sport talk about his time to studying in video games and made public? Like, that just says, that's telling.
DeAndre Ayton. Thank you.
Fuck that guy's couch.
Bro, that's 2 Arizona Phoenix #1 picks that are too addicted to video games to focus on the court.
Whoa, yeah. And the only one in Suns history? Yeah, holy shit. Holy crap.
And they say it's not rigged.
Right. Oh, man.
What else?
Let's get this one. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can get right into it. All right. Next moment in Arizona sports history. So back on this date, July 27th, 2011, after 4 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals, including a 77 catch, 1,006 yard, and 3 touchdown performance in 2008, the Big Blue Man, Steve Reston from the University of Michigan, signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. Snoop, why this is important. Steve Preston, Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald were the last set of trio receivers to have 1,000 yards each. That does not happen.
Holy shit, dude.
Yes. So in that year, back in the great Super Bowl run of 2008, 2009, 3 receivers we had that had over 1,000 yards with the great Kurt Warner. Larry Fitzgerald with 1,431 yards, Anquan Bolden 1,038 yards, and the great Steve Preston, 1,006 yards. That has not been done since that year.
I know a team that has a good shot to match it this season.
It could be the Bears. Yeah, very good call. That'd be crazy. We should remember this. What if that happens? Right. Yes.
Also, look on your little stat sheet here at 2004, Mr. Marvin Harrison Sr.
Yeah. Yep. Him, Reggie Wayne, Brandon Stokely with the great Peyton Manning. This is pretty cool, Snoop. There's not many teams that have 3 receivers, including a tight end, that have over 1,000 yards. This has not been done. This is the 5th time in history that it was done. And it was done by my Arizona Cardinals on the great Super Bowl run that we had. But that's pretty cool, man. Not many people know that, That's hard to do. Bears could probably do that this year. There's a good chance of that, for sure.
Yeah, with Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, and Colston Loveland. Can he hit 1,000?
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if you could bet on that. Huh. Interesting.
I bet you can.
Somewhere. Yeah. All right. Next set of this date in Arizona sports history, the great Darnell Dockett, back July 25th, 2016, signed a...
Hold on. Just hold on a second. I just want to point out to the viewers that we know that today is not the 25th. When we say this day in history, it's because we do a weekly show. So we're doing it for the past week. Just to make that clear for everybody, so everybody's not like, these fucking dumbasses, look, it's the 30th and they're talking about shit on the 25th. But this is why we're doing it. So it's maybe we should title the segment "This Week in Sports History."
Yeah,
because,
good call.
This is what we're doing here. Is just this past week and on the day in history. So sorry to cut you off. Continue on, my friend.
No problem. Back in July 25th, 2016, the great Darnell Dockett, great defensive tackle for my Cardinals, signed a one-day contract with the Cardinals and retired 3 years after he played his last play. For y'all that don't know, Darnell Dockett had 3.5 sacks in the Super Bowl with the Steelers back in February, 2nd, 2009. I believe it might have been a record then, but it is now, let's see, the final score obviously was 27-23. Darnell Dockett had 5 total tackles, 3 sacks, not 3.5, excuse me, and 1 forced fumble. So, dude, he had a stellar Super Bowl. So for y'all that don't know who Darnell Dockett was, his nickname was 9-0. And at training camp, if he saw anybody in the stands with a 9-0 jersey, he would stop what he was doing and come up and sign autographs. So this week in Arizona sports history.
Does it pain you to talk about that day?
Oh, you could tell in my voice. You know me very well. You know me I'm trying to be upbeat, positive, but you know me fucking very well, dude.
I can hear you about to cry.
That was one of the hardest weeks of my life. that was pretty brutal. But Darnell Dockett, man, drop a little Cardinals this week in Arizona sports history. Let's see. I think I got a couple sons. Let me see if I can pull them up here.
Shazam.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. All right, here we go. All right. Cool. Fourth quarter Frank.
FJ.
Yeah. Back in this date for this week. Back in July 28th, 1993, following the franchise's second run to the NBA Finals, the Phoenix Suns re-signed 34-year-old backup veteran point guard, fourth quarter Frank Johnson to a 1-year, $500,000 deal. He was one of our role players back then, but Frank Johnson, man, back in that day, it was with him, KJ, Miguel Knight, I want to say.
Miguel Knight, yeah.
Yeah, but fourth quarter Frank, he was notorious for having great fourth quarters. He ended up being a coach for the Suns later down the road and coached some other NBA teams. What's your first thoughts of Frank Johnson, Snoop?
Nice guy.
Yeah, very nice guy.
When I previously to being a ball boy, I interned in the executive offices before the season, and I would see Frank in the executive offices all the time. And I don't remember what we talked about, but I just remember standing in the copy room talking to him for a while, and he was a nice guy. I couldn't tell you what we talked about. It's been fucking 30 years, but I mean, yeah, I used to see him in the copy room.
Dude, everybody I know has had nothing bad to say about him. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Good dude. Fourth quarter Frank, dude.
Fourth quarter Frank.
Yeah. Snoop, I played him one-on-one at Bill Westfall basketball camp. He was one of the players too, besides Chuck. Fourth quarter Frank. Bill, Paul's brother, was the ref. Frank gave me the ball. Crisscrossed him, drove to the hole. I had to step on him. Guy threw he threw an elbow to me in the back. I was 12, 13, something like that. I go to the wall, no call on it at all. He beat me 1-0. He shot a jump shot in my eye, and I was all over him. But cool guy. Another moment I have. But he was really nice, dude. He's like, I know we're playing for each other's shoes, but here, you can have mine. He gave me his shoes. Remember that. So that's pretty nice of him. But fourth quarter Frank, man. I don't remember off the top of my head how long he coached here. It was brief, but I know he did other things with the organization as well, I believe.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Where else did he coach? Was it San Antonio? Did he coach
I think
down there?
so. I think so. It might have been there. Didn't he coach a couple places?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Coaching career. Wait, those are his playing years. Coaching career. Johnson coached the Phoenix Suns for almost 2 seasons, beginning February 17th, 2002, before he was fired on December 10th, 2003, and replaced by assistant Mike D'Antoni. The official reason for being fired was routine. The team had performed poorly in 2003 and 4, but an article in the Arizona Republic reported that some of Johnson's personal behavior caused a minor scandal for the Suns' ownership. He had worked as an assistant coach with the Suns beginning late in 96-97 season under Danny Ainge and Scott Skiles before being promoted. But it doesn't say... Oh, Milwaukee Bucks. He was an assistant for the Bucks in 2017. Wow. Yeah.
And that's a good, and like his nickname is because he was clutch in the fourth quarter. Not like game winning shots, but he played his best ball in the fourth quarter. I remember there's a lot of times KJ would be on the bench even after his normal substitution where he's supposed to come in, and Paul Westphal just left him in. He was a damn good mind for the game too. He only averaged like 4 or 5 points that year for us, but
just a great role player, the kind of guy you want in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
What's this? Who you got? Daniel Manning?
Daniel? on this date back in this week, July 28th, 1994, although Jerry Colangelo set up the press conference, he was shocked at the news. Danny Manning and his agent reported he's going to play for the Phoenix Suns. We have no idea how it's going to work financially, but he wants to play there, and we'll do whatever it takes and make it work out. Danny Manning, low-key, one of the best post players I've ever seen. And we had Flex on. Remember how he told us a story about how he tore his ACL before that All-Star game, and we were number 1 or number 2 in the league? I want to say 5, 6, something like that, in that range. But Danny Manning, thoughts, Snoop?
Dude was a stud when he played. I believe he was the number 1 overall pick. It's a shame that injuries cut his career. He could have been a stud. He played with the Suns. It was the year of the Dannys. Danny Manning,
Danny Shades,
Dan Shays.
Yeah.
And was there one more? Are we missing one?
I think we named him.
Dan Kempton? Just kidding. I know it's Tim. I feel like there was one more. Dan Marley. How could I forget Dan Majorly?
Right. Yeah, four Dans on the team. Wow.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of Dans.
It is. But Danny Manning, man, that guy, he was fucking badass in the post. That sucks that he tore his ACL. Man, that guy, that year. I remember the conversation we had with Flex. We were off to great things that year. And out of all things, a layup drill. He tears his knee up.
What a shame.
Let's see. Danny Manning. He was the first pick. That's right.
Yeah, and with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
right.
let's go on to our next set of news. Excuse me. On July 28th, 2020, in their final exhibition game prior to the opening of the 8-game regular season in the Orlando bubble, the Phoenix Suns defeated the Toronto Raptors 117-106, finishing a 2-1 slate. And then remember this, we were undefeated in the bubble, Snoop, and we didn't advance. We were 8-0 in the bubble, and that was with the Kelly Oubre. That was before we made strides. That was the start of changing the culture of our team. But, dude, I still question this. How do you win 8 games in the bubble and not advance? Like, no BS. I'm not just saying this, but Bro, we could have won that fucking finals. Like, how come we didn't advance? We went 8-0, and that's what started our turnaround. Was it the Lakers that won it, right?
And there's no way that they would have beat the Heat. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. They played the Heat, right?
The Heat. Right. You know, I'm really surprised that the Heat lost to the Lakers. The Heat. Jimmy Butler was having an amazing run. I think. Oh, wasn't that when Hero got hurt? Was that the year Hero got hurt? And he broke his hand, and then he still made the shot.
It was like his first year or second year.
Yep.
I think so. So. Did he come back late in the finals?
No,
he was out. That's right.
He broke it, I think, in the finals, or maybe it was in the conference finals, maybe. But
okay,
yeah, he broke his hand and then still shot a 3 and made it.
Oh yeah,
with a broken hand.
That Miami Heat team should have beat the fucking Lakers.
Yeah, they had all the momentum, and that was really a special season. You know, as any Miami fan can tell you, you know, there was really just a chemistry between that unit, you know. And, you know, you got to give it up to Spoelstra. I mean, that guy just knows how to coach, man. One of the best.
I'll still say he's the best coach in the NBA, man.
Yeah, I agree. What's next?
All right, Nico, you're missing out. We got some baseball. All right. Yes, for my Diamondbacks here. Back in 2000, on July 26th, the Arizona Diamondbacks acquired ace Curt Schilling from the Philadelphia Phillies for Omar Dahl. Infielder Travis Lee, who was an original Diamondback. Relief pitcher Vicente Padilla. Another pitcher, and Nelson Figueroa, excuse me. Schilling was a 3-time All-Star at the time. He was a graduate of Shadow Mountain High School here in Paradise Valley in the Valley, and Yavapai Junior Community College as well. Curt Schilling ended up helping our team with Randy Johnson winning the World Series, beating the Yankees 4-3 that year, and arguably one of the best World Series I have ever seen. And Schilling and Johnson just straight dominated. I'll put those two top pitchers against any two top pitchers on any staff in history. Straight up, I would. But Curt Schilling, bloody sock and all.
Was he juicing?
There's rumors of him, yeah. Rumors of it. Nothing definitive, but
Skunks for Marte.
Unfortunately, Tariq Skubal is not going to be a Diamondback. They made it public today, Fabian. They're not going to spend a lot of money at the trade deadline. They're going to go after some players, some other players that you want to keep an eye out for. Is Holmes, the pitcher in New York. They don't want any big contracts, even though that Tariq Skubal is getting traded from the Tigers. He is arguably one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's from Kingman, Arizona, so there might be a little persuasion. Unfortunately, the fucking Dodgers are front runners to get him.
I didn't know Schilling went to Shadow Mountain. That's pretty cool. Mike Bibby went to Shadow Mountain, and so did my best friend that lives in Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he knows the Bibbies.
Okay. Did your best friend play any sports there?
He plays basketball terribly.
Terribly.
And I hope he's watching right now. And if he's not, I'm going to clip this and I'm going to send it to him.
That's right. Bibby's arguably the greatest high school Arizona player ever. You know, he won state championship, 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row, player of the year every year. He was a gangster in high school.
Dude, gangster. I mean, that's all I heard about when I went to high school was Mike Bibby.
He was. I played against him once in high school. But Curt Schilling, yeah, Shadow Mountain, man. Shadow Mountain. It's pretty cool. I didn't know he went to Yavapai Junior Community College. I didn't know Curt Schilling did that.
I didn't know you could say Yavapai. I'm impressed.
Thanks, Snoop. I'm working on it. So during the recording, folks, I am opening up dictionary and practicing pronunciations. So let's go.
You can't even say pronunciation right.
You caught that.
You know what else?
You caught that.
Yes, I did. And you know what else I got to call you out on is Pittsburgh. You don't know how to say Pittsburgh. You say
Pittsburgh.
Picks. You say Picks.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, man. This guy. All right. What you got next? Is that all the baseball?
Nah, we'll do I got one more baseball. So
this bird murderer.
Back on this date of this week, back in 2015 on July 26th. Randy Johnson, a.k.a. the Big Unit, was inducted in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was the second member for the Diamondbacks at the time, behind Roberto Alomar, to be enshrined. His stats were just crazy. 4 Cy Youngs, 1 World Series MVP. He has, I think he's high up on the strikes. I mean, this guy was awesome. Big Unit. In my opinion, it's one of the most dominant pitchers I've ever seen. He was the most intimidating pitcher, that's for sure. But remember when he hit that bird, Snoop? And
I do.
Yeah,
He's the only player to ever do that, I believe.
Yeah, he did. And that ball was called a strike, too. That's crazy. I think that was down in Tucson when spring training was actually down in Tucson still, but that was a spring training game. But wow. Randy Johnson, man, he one of the greatest, man. 6'10", left-hander. Dude.
It's pretty funny that a guy named Johnson was known as the Big Unit.
It definitely sounds like you got his nickname from somewhere else.
Don't they still sell hot dogs named after him at the stadium?
I think so, actually.
The Big Unit, I think they call it.
Possibly, or they did. I'm not sure if they do now, but they did.
Yeah.
Dude,
shout out to Randy Johnson. We've talked about a lot of Johnsons tonight, huh?
The comic movie. I love it. Hey, one little nugget. I want to share this, man. Shout out to our boy John Voita, man. Check out.
Look at
this. Dude, look what he painted. What, 2 days ago? This is pretty dope.
Click on the picture. See if we can.
Hold on.
Make it a little bigger.
See if I can click on the picture. There we go.
Damn, look at John, man. What a painter. Who knew?
That's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, good for him, man. That's awesome.
Right. And one other nugget I would like to drop. The shout out to all the people in the fantasy football community, the Fantasy Football Expo this past week. Shout out to everybody, Bob Long, everybody on his team, and shout out to Nick Wilcox as well. The dates for next year has been revealed, July 23rd through the 25th in Canton, Ohio. So, Snoop, if I'm out there, I retire. No excuses next year, brother. I gotta be there.
No excuses. I'm not even gonna sing the rest. I don't want to get fucking flagged.
That's such a great band. It's one of my favorite bands.
Right?
But all right, let's see. I think that's all I got, Snoop.
That's all you got, dog? That's all you got?
Simon, ese, Vatos Locos.
Wow. Yeah, so that's your Arizona sports history. Everybody be on the lookout. We're going to be getting into some daily sports history stuff. We're going to be posting some daily episodes. We're just trying to work out all the kinks and get everything set up properly. And then we're going to be delivering you some pick is in on the daily. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, we did a few of them so far. So yeah, keep on the lookout for that. Just working on some stuff like Snoop said. So excited. Good show, Snoop. How'd you like the show?
Good. We got one more thing, guy.
Ooh.
We got one more little
tidbit. Shit.
And this is your wrestling news for the night.
Oh, shit.
Don't try this at home.
We're begin by we begin by
So it's not like it is on TV, folks. Don't be trying to smash through tables.
Was he a Bills fan?
I don't know.
They go through tables.
Yeah. But I see a bunch of empty beer bottles, and that's the only way that I can explain that video. But shout out to all our wrestling fans.
We do have a few of them. We do.
Wrestling has a lot of fans, man. I can't believe they sell out every city they go to. It's wild.
Yeah. Dude, I saw WrestleMania in this building right here years ago. I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, it is. I haven't grown up. I'm still a kid about it. So let's go.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Did you see?
Dude.
You see, Tom Brady slapped was it Logan Paul or his brother Jake Paul?
Yeah, I saw.
There's rumors of Tom Brady actually going to be at SummerSlam.
Yeah, dude. You know, once you're part of the entertainment media, everything's a fucking show.
Hey, remember Booker? Post game, he never says anything bad about the refs, like criticize him. He said he called him WWE. Remember that?
Yeah. Well, look, I have footage of Booker and the refs, which we have played this before, but let's watch it again.
And Devin Booker is fucking furious after a baffling technical foul call. And holy shit, D Book absolutely pimp slaps the official. But what's this? Now he takes out Caruso for snitching. And then he Muay Thai high kicks Wallace. It was a bad call, but Booker is completely overreacting. And Devin Booker is fucking.
You gotta love it.
Oh man, gotta love his right. That shit's funny, Stu. That shit's funny. I think I would have been okay if he did that Caruso.
Right. You know what? Let me share one more little picture here. Let me just find it real quick. I'm so unorganized. I really need to get my life together. What do you think about this? Have you heard about this upcoming match?
What you got? Oh shit! That's a young Haywood, a young Snoop.
Yeah, and a beardless Haywood.
Yeah, dude. World Podcast Championship. It's the second match. It's Haywood versus Snoop 2.
Yeah, this is the rematch.
This is funny. Hey, I like your shirt, Snoop. I like your shirt. Some of you,
yeah, just having some fun. Just having some fun with the old AI. But dude, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I apologize once again to our Facebook viewers out there. We'll get to the bottom of it, and we'll get a recording posted for everybody to check out. And man, what another banger of an episode.
I agree. I gotta say, Snoop, out of everything during my week, I look forward to doing this show with you every Thursday.
I gotta tell you, I'm looking forward to next week. And I hope I don't jinx us by saying this, but hopefully it will be a little bit more Bears talk, I hope. So we'll see.
Got a banger possibly coming up.
We'll see. You know, don't count your chickens before they hatch, as the old saying goes.
Right.
And I'm excited. I got a couple of interviews I'm supposed to do tomorrow. I'm real excited about the one. I had his brother on previously, so this should be a good one. I can't wait to put it out on Tuesday on Here's the Thing. So everybody tune in for that as well. Also, go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Go check out all the content on there. Check out the merch store. There's some Pick-a-Zin shirts. There's 4 different podcasts on there. 5. Is there 4 or there's 5? I think there's 4. But anyways, there's a ton of content. There's a ton of bonus content. Ted and I just did 2 parts where we broke down the Boston bombing that took place years ago. And there's so much about it. We're having to do a part 3. So that's going to be coming out sometime here in the future. And, you know, all kinds of good content on there. And it's free. Everybody's favorite 4-letter F word, free.
That's right. That needs an applause right there, Snoop. Free. Free. That spells free. Thanks to everybody at home for allowing Snoop and myself to be a part of your guys' life and just accepting us and giving us love. And thank you for the love and the space. Till next week and next time. Enjoy your time with your families. Win some money. And go out to training camp if you guys can. Snoop, any final words, brother?
Good night.
Peace. Love you guys. See you guys next week.
See you.